like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Be sure to select all so that you can receive notifications every time we go live and upload to the channel.
It's kind of like the sun coming over a dark cloud and shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence.
Yo, once again from the soul. This is my notebook. Let me rip you a page that'll make you sit back and witness the plague. Got kids pitching grenades, missing the days. Guess you can't be a star sitting in the shade. And at times, life will make you sicker than AIDS. Twisting the haze, laid out wishing you prayed. Working hard, no difference is made. In a world that'll kill you and spit in your grave. The best thing a parent can say to a child: success has no restriction for age. Or we might be another nigga twisting some braids in the penitentiary, spending some days. Bad choices, plus you know how niggas persuade. Them snakes got venomous ways. And the worst thing to a man is feeling betrayed. Head above water, still get hit with a wave. Still think of my queen, get hit with a daze. Still treat us no different than slaves. This world will take hearts and fill them with rage. Water seeds with hate and make them sit in a cage. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. Nothing new under the sun. Shit ain't no different today. You know I can give up what your ministers say. I won't forget the past to remember the faith. As society takes souls and send them astray. Then it's the hate you got trapped deep in your heart. So in these times I fall back deep in the arts. Hidden colors, got a nigga seeking the arc. Sipping tea, watching devils pull people apart. I remember an old saying: reap what you sow. On your journey, stay humble and teach what you know. And this flow ain't the shit you see at the store. It's more like the damn killer that you greet at the door. Third eye be the seed of your soul. Such a beautiful earth these demons control. Gonna make shit better if I can, cause all over the world my empire stand. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. Peace and love and welcome back. How y'all doing? Peace and love, welcome back. Drop those ones right now if you can hear me loud and clear. And if we're rocking and rolling just fine, drop those ones. Do me a favor. If you in the house with me right now and you're glad to be here, click the like button, click the share button, and let's make this video here get the views up. If you gonna be here, let's make our shit jump and pop, right? We can't do it without y'all. So, hey, one sexy Virgo, I see you out there. She always showing me love, man. Salutes to the sister, one sexy Virgo in the motherfucking house. And she is indeed a sexy Virgo, may I add. Salutes to all of y'all in the house. Jewel 512, Cantu. Important conversations with Dulcina in the house. I will be over on her channel tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time, guys. I will be over on her channel at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And to Dulcina, if you want to drop the link to that, you can go ahead and share your links or whatever. Salutes to you. Salutes to everybody in the chat room. Balioso, I see you. How you doing? Zach Pack, what's good? Trucker Trade and Demetrius Gore, what's good, y'all? Lawana Hedgepeth and Advanced Knowledge. What's good? Jaden Stewart in the house. How you doing, my sister? She be on the panels over there on the sit down, if I'm not mistaken. I knew I remember that name. Hey, Knowledge Supreme, flat motherfucking power. Shout out to Knowledge Supreme and to Cameron and to McCray 1000, Cash Brown, Flat Earth, Kevalev, Chaston Range, D. Allen Warren in the motherfucking house. What's good, boy? King Samo, Real Truth, Real Growth. Who we got in here, man? Inner C, Humbled Up, Red Like Rum up in this motherfucker. Johnny Cali Blaze is up in this motherfucker. Salutes to all of y'all. Advanced Knowledge, I said you. Peabody Grind in the house, man. What's good? Country Girl, Droopy Beats, Lloyd Smooth, DJ Emo Looney. We got a house full. Zeba, CJs. Let's make flat power crunk and let's make it jump on this Thursday, y'all. Because we going to go in on the bullshit today. You already know. The Akinator, Zakeo, what's good? Base Prophet, what's good? Kind Sean, what's good? OG Full Play, what's good? Detect Tufts, what's good? GSRXQ, what's up, my bro? I ain't gonna miss nobody today. We ain't missing nobody. One world, one hood in the house. Rob 91 in this bitch. Who else we got? Macro Watchers, Dre Myth, Ladale, Ladale, Yolanda, Jay Rillis, Randall Smiling, Said Boss. Come on, baby. We in here. KM, Gary K, Defy Ramsey, Young Quality in this bitch. Amethyst in the house. Sister Amethyst there. Rose Malik in the house. Yeah, we gonna get it in, man. We gonna get it in. Mario, I see you. Williams, I see you. Roxanne Hamilton, I see you, sister. Flat Earth Training, what's good, yo? Sonya Smith, what's up now? Don't be making me blush now. Sister Betty in this motherfucker, what's good? Sister Betty, what's good, man? You got to do some more events. I ain't forgot about you. My fucking month that looks stupid for April and May. Oh, man, and then this retrograde coming up. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, we gonna get it, though. We finna get it, man. But boy, I got so much shit for this month. My motherfucking calendar looked like the hieroglyph walls in Egypt and shit. I swear to God, nigga, my calendar looked like, you know how in LA with the gang tags all on the wall and shit, nigga, real talk, nigga. I don't even want to look at that shit. I'm gonna look this way. Ooh, but I can't. I'm telling you, yo, I can't wait. I got to holler at you, Sister Betty, on some business, though. I'm gonna get with you. You already know. But anyway, salutes to everybody in the chat and the brother Damian Banks coming through. I see you. D's Authentic just came through. The brother Mike in the house. Hey, Mike said it's the best channel on YouTube, man. What y'all think? Salutes to my brother Mike in the house. Blue Gill, what's good? Conscious Thoughts, what up, sister? It's good to see all of y'all, for real. Kill Switch Balance 1974. Sogiometric, what up? Yeah, we're going to get it in, man. So we're going to be talking about how basically these Pan-Africans just cannot stop talking about FBA, ADOS, Aboriginals. They can't stop talking about reparations. And you can't control what a person talk about, but you can damn sure challenge it. And that's what we're going to do today, because there's nothing wrong with a person talking about something, right? It's just if you got a spirit of intuition, you can feel the energy and the spirit by which they talk about these things. You can hear that they're trying to belittle the groups that are involved in seeking reparations, and all of that. I'm going to drop the link in a minute because this is going to be powerful, and I really want y'all to answer me in the chat room, interact. Tony Mitchell, what's good, bro? Check it out, y'all. Hey, Fidel Clements, what's up, my brother? Check this out, y'all. We talk about, I hear a lot of aboriginals using the words white supremacists, and I don't like to use that word. And I don't believe in no white supremacy. I don't believe in a little group of white people trying to take over the whole world. And it'll take way more than just a little group of white folks to have world domination over the whole world. Only naive people with children brains think like that. So we got to talk about that because we finna get into a lot of deep stuff. Ain't no such thing as no white supremacy. The truth is that every single human being under the sound of my voice would like to be supreme, nigga. Facts. Even the black people that's bitching about white supremacy, they practicing black supremacy. And guess what they say when they start practicing black supremacy? Since I'm a black nationalist and I practice black supremacy, I don't mind a white man practicing white supremacy and him being a racist, because I'm a racist. And because of that reason, the Nation of Islam and the KKK had a contract.
Oh my God!
Now, both of these groups are controlled by COINTELPRO, and we finna go into how that tied to the black conscious community today with Pan-Africanism, hip-hop studies. See, in your institutions and colleges, right, they got these bogus, scammy-ass courses like hip-hop studies. A nigga will go to college and he'll minor or major in hip-hop studies, and he'll come out talking like he's smarter than you. You be like, bro, what you went to school for? African studies and hip-hop studies? You went to school for pseudoscience, son. You might as well take your goddamn degree, son, and put it next to your toilet tissue in the bathroom in case you run out, son. You got a lot of folks with scammy-ass degrees like race relations. So let me get this straight. You got a whole degree in how different races relate to each other? That's a study? You really got a degree. You the master of telling us how different groups interact with each other. As if I'm not a black man that interact with all these groups too. You know more than me, even though a lot of these folks that come to school in America and take up courses like race relations, they don't even be from America. These be foreigners who come to America who get a degree on race relations, and now they can tell you how all the racism and shit work in America because they got the degree. Even though you and your ancestors literally went through it, nigga, we got the history.
Please like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Be sure to select all so that you can receive notifications every time we go live and upload to the channel.
Hey. Listen at this. I'm going to burn me some incense for this one. Hold on, I ain't going nowhere. I got to burn my incense. It's mandatory I burn my incense. Y'all hit that like and share button. I'm about to go in for a long time, and then I'm going to open up the panel. But I got to get this off my chest, and you know already that this is going to be something serious. I'm tired of y'all. Now, let me burn my incense because I want to be respectful around this bitch, too. Who calling me soon as a nigga go live? You know what, counsel? Leave me alone, motherfucker. Get a job, go to work. Calling a nigga at 2 p.m. And during business hours on a fucking weekday. Either your ass is a telemarketer, a scammer, or a broke ass nigga sitting around. Either way, I'm blocking you, bitch. Leave me alone.
Please like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Be sure to select all so that you can receive notifications every time we go live and upload to the channel.
Yeah, we finna get it in. Let me burn it. Let me burn these incense. We finna get back to you. Hold up. All right. Yeah, man. You got these foreigners that comes to America, and the first thing they want to take up when they get into these colleges is hip hop studies and shit. Because they come from a country, right, that idolize rap music and hip hop music. And then they come from overseas and come to America. And what they want to take up in college, hip hop studies. You know why? Because they think they can learn your culture in a classroom. And they can. You know why? It ain't your culture. It's your indoctrination. That's what I'm about to beat up on today, too. Hip hop is not our culture. This is why people, they allow hip hop studies to be taught in these universities right next to the African study classes, because they telling you that the hip hop drums come from Africa when that shit really come from a rolling beat machine, nigga. That's right. What they're not telling you, when you go and look up and research hip hop music, it is not a tribal genre. It is not what's called a tribal genre of music. You know what it's called? Electronic music.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna say that shit one more time. Hip hop falls up under electronic music. Meaning if we didn't have electric equipment, you wouldn't have hip hop. You can't have hip hop without a mic and a turntable, the scratching, the sampling boards. Who created all that equipment? The white man. Your culture was created by the white man and Freemasons. It really has nothing to do with you. Hip hop was not created by black folks. It was programmed into them up in New York on some witchcraft shit. Freemasons and secret societies up there in New York, they the ones seeded hip hop out into our motherfucking culture. Hip hop is a Celtic culture. I know that sounds crazy to you, but the Celtic people created hip hop way before blacks. The Celtic people were using rhymes and riddles and riddle me this and riddle me that over scary type beats on some Halloween shit, talking about how they'll fuck you up with spells and shit, talking in they leprechaun voices and shit. Nigga, when hip hop first started, niggas was wearing all black with black top hats looking like Jewish witches. The rhyme schemes are based upon Celtic folklore tradition. You can't go to Africa nowhere and show me Africa's motherfucking rhyming. Show me an African tribe that spin bars, nigga. Show me an African tribe that's rhyming and drilling and all that. This ain't your culture. This your self-destruction. Hip-hop is not your culture. It's your indoctrination. Hip-hop is not your culture. It's your fucking self-destruction. It's just self-destruction. They got you attached to some poison, thinking it's yours. We created R&B, slow music. We were singers and love makers before these witches and these Yiddish goddamn sorcerers gave us hip hop, nigga. This shit, that hip hop shit's witchcraft. Everywhere you see hip hop spreading, that you see the Western colonial power slowly taking over that society. But you don't get it, that the first thing they need to do for them to take over a group of people is to dehumanize them people. How do they dehumanize a group of people? By making them treat each other barbaric. Now the rest of the world don't care if we treat them barbaric, because look at how they treat each other. But they music tells them to do that, and the society that they in won't let them same people who rapping about killing each other rap about killing a police officer. But yet this society will tell you it's all music. That ain't got nothing to do with your violence. Your DNA got something to do with it. Eugenics. You're violent by your very DNA. There's nothing we can do about black folks to change them morally. They got all the churches and they still the most violent. When you look around the world, black people got the most temples and mosques and churches in our ghettos than anybody else. But we got the most killings and struggling. The people that pray the most struggle the most. The people that got the most churches kill the most. Make it make sense, nigga. Tell me why these Pan-Africans don't care nothing about the religious takeover of the minds of the masses. They only care about flat earth and reparations. Who sent y'all? Because flat earth is the truth that can be proven with science, and which we're going to do today. And reparations is just a rightful moral deed of somebody repairing a situation that they're the cause of. That's a conversation that need to be had. If you think that a country can move forward in their future without getting over the doggone tragedies in the past, you're a lie. You can't dig your head in the sand on that. That's a conversation that this society should have been had. And when the conversation arose in America, it wasn't even the so-called recipients of reparations that brought it up. But we're the ones receiving all the backlash for engaging in a conversation that rich white men started first about us. So if you're going to talk about us, let us talk about us. And when we try to talk about us, there's all these agents in a way to try to make it look like you dumb, you don't know what you're talking about. They send these tethers out there to act like they FBA and that they us, but they really go out there and just be making us look bad and shit. We got receipts today, and I'm going to go through them, man, real talk. Tired of y'all folks, man. I know that they agents. UNESCO ain't never went nowhere. COINTELPRO is still alive and well in the black community. The boule ain't going nowhere. Don't you see all of these black conservatives coming together now that Trump about to run in 2024? Don't you know what they doing with Trump right now is just a scapegoat ritual so that when he come through free with all this shit, he gonna be the hero, and that's gonna garner even more momentum toward this 2024 campaign? It's a stage. But our biggest enemy is people that look just like us trying to control the narrative. And they literally making all of the arguing points that the powers that be would like to make but can't make. And you guys don't know how to spot that. So I'm going to help you today. So what's going on in social media is that, what up, Tim? Q the Saint, AJ Davis. What's going on in social media? Hold on. Let me get Jimbo bitch ass up out of here. He never clicked the link to talk. Let me get his bitch ass on up out of here. Let's get his bitch ass up out of here. Hold on. We don't want to time him out. We want that bitch permanently gone, motherfucker. Bitch, we want you gone. Forever. Ever coming back, motherfucking troll. Now let's go. We don't want to time him out. We want him gone for good. God is good, isn't that right? Tired of you goddamn trolls. Ain't you got something to do, nigga? I'm at work, bitch. Leave me alone harassing me on my goddamn job, stupid.
Stupid.
Got to light my blunt up for these clowns. Hold on a second, man. Now listen at this, y'all. We not gonna play no games with them today at all. Now check this out, y'all. A nigga that went to school and got a degree in race relations is what I call a wannabe smart ass nigga. It's some of these degrees that they got in these colleges ain't worth a damn. It's just for some nigga to get out thinking he's smart. Cause all of these niggas that go to college and they be taking up courses like race relations, the college tell them to say just what the damn powers that be want them to say, so they can say the biggest issue of why race is having problems relating to black people is because we got to increase scientific literacy among black people. We got to stop black people from speaking Ebonics and make them pull their pants up. You know, I cannot make this up, y'all. You think that I'm making this up, right? Think I'm making this up. This is what goes on, man. These people are paid off to go out there and excuse the white man. I hate to say the white man, but the slave master, let's say. They here to speak against reparations. They here to just give you the kumbaya, and at the end of the day, you to blame. The reason you're at the bottom, black people, and when it comes to a race relations perspective, is because you need to battle yourself, black man. You need to work harder, get smarter, get STEM. And when you do all that, you'll be at the top. Now, you know that's a lie. The people that got to the top didn't do none of that. They didn't do nothing but believe in each other and come together like a mob to kick some ass. But you know, I'm going to show y'all the real enemies of the people because they right among us. Now, people are messy. They send me videos anytime somebody bring up flat earth, anytime somebody bring up reparations. You know I get my inbox when it's, you know. I get these stuff all the time. And sometime I fuck with it and sometime I don't. I'm fucking with it right now because we need some smoke on flat power, baby. Let me go on ahead. Now, I'm going to give you a good idea of what I'm talking about New York agent behavior. Because there's a whole fucking cabal of people that's trying to undermine, you know, this whole shit. Free thought, critical thinking, reparations. They just they sellouts, man. We know what it is. But I was watching Star. He's talking about reparations, right? For example, I'm going to make a prime example of what I'm talking about.
Those kind of things, but white people are...
I'm going to see if I can rewind this to where he's talking about how we basically, our Ebonics is keeping us in the way. And we need our own language and shit like that. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, yes and no, because I'm ghetto.
Is the language of America. And that's how many Hispanic-speaking people have been able to get around and get different grants. And
so you do have to, and they do recognize.
Don't speak proper Spanish. They speak people here in America, descendants of slaves. Some were already here, whatever you believe. But let's focus on FBA. Do they need their own language? Now, I'm just pointing to 1996, Oakland, California, and the discussion of Ebonics. However, you don't have to use Ebonics when making your point or when we...
See what I'm saying? This is New York sleight of hand, y'all. If the conversation is about reparations, Who gives a fuck if a nigga show up using Ebonics? You know what I don't like when niggas say that? All of these niggas be sucking Elvis Presley off. Elvis Presley they call him the king. And this white boy was from Tennessee. And if you think I'm speaking Ebonics, if you think that I talk slow in country with Ebonics, man, Elvis Presley was like, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. He was a country slow-ass white dude. This is facts. They got statues of him everywhere. Ebonics is only a problem when a nigga do it. When white folks that come over here from other countries, they speak their own forms of broken English too. It's a lot of black men over here that spend a lot of time critiquing you using proper English. And I'd rather us spend more time of us critiquing who telling the truth versus the lies, nigga. I don't care if a nigga using proper English while he tell me a big ass lie. But he did it with proper English. Yo, shout out to the nigga that's telling the truth speaking Ebonics. You care so much about how a nigga saying what he's saying, you niggas don't even comprehend what a nigga saying. And that's petty, girly shit. Cause a nigga don't tell a Jamaican, hey man, you need to get rid of your dialect and your Ebonics. They don't say man, they say mun. Hey man, that's Ebonics, dude. Cause it ain't pronounced man. Excuse me, it ain't pronounced mun. It's M-A-N. No one tells a Jamaican, dude, you're so ghetto and dumb. You got a low IQ. You know why? Because it's pronounced man, not mun, Bob Marley, okay? No one told Bob Marley he was slow. He need to work on his damn Ebonics. He need to get his own language. When he said mun, yeah, man. Everybody got their own unique way of speaking English. No one's gonna speak it like the people that made it. You know why? We ain't the people that made it, silly.
Stupid.
That's like me writing a fucking rap right now, and I know how to rap the shit a certain way on some bullshit. And I give you the lyrics to it, and I say, everybody in the chat, you rap that same rap. You're not gonna rap it like me. So what? You didn't do it right. That's Ebonics. You didn't pronounce it. You didn't enunciate it the way I did it. If you don't enunciate the language the way that the people that made it did it, that don't make you dumb. It just make you not them. You ain't me. You can't rap that shit like me. I wrote it. It's my verse. I don't expect you to rap that shit just like me. It ain't your verse. And white folks shouldn't expect us to pronounce the English language just like them because it ain't our language. The only time a nigga can get away with speaking improper English is when he's some dumbass rapper making a white dude rich. Outside of that, he'll dummy if he do it. The irony, motherfucker. I'm tired of y'all with your dumb motherfucking statements and questions and they trying to derail the conversation of reparations. Cause this is some bullshit. Why do a show talking about does FBA need their own language? Because they speak Ebonics and shit. That's like a shot. You taking a shot at niggas. And I'm saying a lot of motherfuckers from up north do that. Yeah, Dr. Ma'at, we about to bring you up in a minute and we finna drag Raymond Winbush. I just want you to know that it's coming up because I know you watching. I know you watching. And guess what? I have none but respect for these folks. But when I get this stuff in my email and somebody put Dr. Ma'at and all them mention flat earth, what make me respond is when I see Dr. Ma'at, really? Oh, I'm interested now in this one. And then I go to it and I realize okay, is some old joker who's done nothing for his people but stay in the fucking way and goddamn it, see, this dude, Dr. Winbush, he's one of them dudes I'm telling you about who went to school for race relations. You know, I got a problem with old dudes like him. Let me get my video review screen together because I forgot I'm on flat power. Y'all can't see me on the review section. I need to just do a little something real quick and we'll be good to go. Hold on. All right. We'll do it like that. Matter of fact, let me crop this since we going small, and then we can hold on, y'all. We finna get into this thing, and we finna go. I'm gonna show you the problem I got with Dr. Raymond Winbush and old niggas like him. And you see, and guess what, y'all? Believe it or not, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not gonna do nothing today to make somebody say, well, he disrespecting or nothing like that. But I am gonna hurt some feelings with the truth. Just know that. Let me see how I want to do this setup, though. I didn't know that. Well, it don't even matter, man. Let's just get it. None of that don't matter. Let's go. Let's get it. So check this out, y'all. Oh no. Before I play this video, let me tell you what I got against old niggas like Dr. Raymond Winbush before I play this. Because in this video, right, I ain't gonna even tell you, I'm gonna just play it. But I'm gonna play that shit later. What I think I'm supposed to be playing, I'm gonna finish Star video first. But I'm gonna show y'all all of these folks are agents from up north. UNESCO, they part of a cabal. They got 5013Cs and shit. They can't go against the powers that be because they in the bad with them. Dr. Ma'at got a 5013C. So check this out, y'all. And I ain't hating on anybody with a 5013C. I'm just saying you're compromised, and I'll debate anybody on that. Don't care who you are. And I'm not going to change my mind on that one. I stand on that. But watch this, though. Here's my thing. All of these folks are trying to derail and undermine FBA and the reparations conversation. People don't see how Star doing that right now. Does FBA need their own language? The white man not even asking us no silly shit like that, but he is, though. We just need our own checks, motherfucker. Cut the check, talking about do we need our own language? Man, I just need my own reparations check. That's it. What I don't like, though, about old Pan-African haters like Raymond Winbush here, before I play the video, what I don't like about him is we can't move forward because of cornbread thinking niggas like this old dude here who young niggas don't respect your degree in race relations. You know why? This what's gonna hurt you, nigga. Cause you don't even know how to relate to your own motherfucking race, nigga. That's my thing with you wanna be smart ass niggas with your degrees. You old ass agents and shit. In a way, you feel like a little nigga should learn everything from you, but you don't got nothing to learn from the new generation. And when you get like that, they just rebel on you niggas. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And they over here with flat power. And we able to evolve our minds now that we from up under old ass niggas like him who went to school back in the day. They never led us to victory. They only led your ass to a voting booth with a suit and tie and to conform within a system that was oppressing you. They showed you how to keep your head down and just try to feed your family like a good old boy, and niggas is still teaching that now. You got 5013Cs and all that just like the church. You niggas took the easy way out, but you got the wrong idea if you think you gonna put your mouth on this shit without no damn resistance, cause this the hard way out. This the narrow path. You took the broad path, and I'ma spank you when I get back. Watch out.
Please like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Be sure to select all so that
I'm gonna
you can
spank
receive
you.
notifications every time we go live and upload to the channel.
I'm gonna spank you good today. Now watch this. This old washed up dude right here went to school for race relations, but he don't know how to relate to his own race. That part. So a little nigga don't respect your degree. They should be respecting your seniority. But you rather them little niggas respect your degree that you got from the white man. Let me explain something to you niggas, Dr. Winbush, and to you, sister, Dr. Ma'at. This is a new day, and y'all are out of touch. You know why? Because your spirit is connected with this Africanism shit. You're not in tune to the rhythm and vibration of the young soul and young mind and revolutionary spirit that's on this land today. It is in the air, man. The youth are fed up, but y'all ain't fed up, Dr. Ma'at. This old dude here ain't fed up. They just want them niggas to go to college, get a degree, and get a good job, but that ain't happening. I was doing security with dudes who had bachelor degrees. Your degree don't guarantee you anything in this fucking world. So my point is this right here. What's going to guarantee you success in this world is your own unlocking the power of your own mind. You got old generations like this guy that I'm about to play the video on. They got educated and uppity, and they wanted to speak down on the youth instead of speak to the youth. And then they want to justify their dominant position with a degree when they really should be taking an elder approach to these young guys. But we finna get into that in a minute, and we gonna have some debates about the shape of the earth, about reparations and all that. Let's let Star finish his buck dance, and then we gonna go.
We explored this theory. You don't have to use ebonics. Who came up with the term ebonics? Was it meant to be derogatory? Is it meant to be
Who gives a fuck?
Of the intelligence of FBA and Adolf?
Who gives a fuck? That's what I'm saying. We want to talk about reparations and cutting a check, and you want to now be an English teacher, my nigga. How is Star concerned with ebonics when he's a hip-hop head? The hippie, 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 hip hop. Yo, 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 yo. That's ebonics, son. Yo, shorty. That slang jive talking ebonics in the white man's eyes. Why is Star only concerned with ebonics if you talking that way for reparations? Any other time you can do it. It's niggas that call into his show ghetto as hell. He laugh with them. He cool with a lot of rappers that speak hell of ebonics in the South. He only cares about them ebonics if you talking about reparations. Tell me that somebody ain't trying to silence you, boy. Somebody trying to silence a certain group on the reparations conversation. But y'all don't see this, though, because it don't make sense. How are you so offended with ebonics in the reparations context, but you're a hip-hop head? Hip-hop is built on ebonics.
Us people, FBA and ADOS, American descendants of slavery, have been stripped of their culture, their language, so they had to readapt and learn and survive and maintain here in America and still come out strong.
So he just admitted that we were stripped of our language and culture. How is you gonna segue back to us now learning proper English? Because if somebody stripped me of my language and give me their language, the least I can do is use they shit incorrectly. Think about this. You saying that the enemy took my language and gave me his language. Now he want me to use his language the right way. Fuck him. I think it's a revolutionary act if you speak in Ebonics, if this the case, nigga. The enemy, right? The enemy took my language and gave me his language, and now he mad that I won't use his language correctly. And I'm like, bitch, you shouldn't have never took mine then, nigga. Why are you why is the white man, and guess what? The white man ain't even complaining about us using Ebonics. The black men are. Star and a bunch of more niggas that I'm telling you is, I suspect, part of this UNESCO cabal, this Pan-African shit. This is crazy. The enemy took my language from me, a language that I was speaking properly and just fine, and gave me his foreign ass language that I can't pronounce correctly, and he mad at me for that, and you mad too.
Stupid.
Y'all gonna quit just talking about this shit before it's over with, cause I'm exposed this shit, bro. Y'all acting suspect, man. Hit the like, share, and donate button, man, for real. Sponsor this motherfucking war.
I myself, you know my age, born in 64. I was very, very much.
What up, citizen, man? We about to open up this round table, my brother. Salutes to you.
Pushing, learn the King's English. I struggle with Ebonics, right?
This dude said, I struggle with Ebonics. You don't sound like you struggle with Ebonics, dude. You sound like some mixed Jewish black dude, mulatto cat, who've always had a good example of proper English around you since you came out the pussy. You don't sound like you was consistently surrounded by Ebonic talking motherfuckers. It's certain places up there in New York where the black people don't even sound nothing like they black. It's black dudes that I be talking to from New York, and the folks around me from my family be like, is that a white boy? Sometime my country ass brothers be over my house and they be listening in to my panels, and they be like, who was that white boy? And I be like, that was Citizen Man. And Citizen Man is my nigga. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him. I'm a troll him for a minute now, though. I'm just making my point, though. It's certain cats, when you get so far up north, you speak English very well. And the further south you go, it gets broken up when you start getting in Virginia, North Carolina, especially West Virginia. Hey, West Virginia's more country than Alabama niggas. Says Star struggles with it. He do. He struggled with integrity, bro. I see that. Let's see where he going with this, because he's going nowhere fast with this, y'all.
When Star got on the radio in March of 2000, how did I end my shows for 3 years? May all of your children speak proper English, and may the gates that surround your property keep you safe from common ghetto trash. Let me say that again for those of you who don't know. If you've ever heard someone say that, that's just an original saying that I created. I created that back in 1997 when I was writing for The Source magazine, but when I got to Hot 97, I started saying it to end my shows. May all of your children speak proper English, And may the gates that surround your property keep you safe from common ghetto trash.
So y'all see where he went with that nowhere fast. I'm going to give him about another minute to see if he going to go anywhere. I hope that wasn't the whole spiel. Because if that was all it was, bro, wah, wah, wah.
Well, times are different now. Times are different now. Is a language needed for FBA? This country has bent over backwards for Spanish-speaking people. Yes, no, maybe in the live chat. Spanish-speaking people. And never mind black people, nobody hates each other more than Latins. That's a fact. If you don't know the history, going back to...
But see, all of these kind of conversations are divisive and biased. No one hates each other more than Latins, and no one does this more than that group, and no one does this more than that group. These are based on no facts or stacks, just talking, feeling. But let's move on, and let's get to this part here. Mr. Raymond Winbush and Dr. Ma'at speaking on reparations. In my Tariq voice, let me show y'all how to spot potential tethers when it comes to this shit. Watch this.
They said Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And I see that there was an article right here, and this is probably where I got it from. It says Saudi Arabia cuts tie with the United States for economic independence. So I think that I had Saudi Arabia in my brain. But thank you so much, Brother Keith, for that. And so anyway, I definitely, Doc, these books, you know, you're like a walking encyclopedia. Every time I talk to you, you're like a walking library. So you named about 3 books during this discussion that I need to grab, including yours.
Hey, listen, guys, never strive to be a walking library. Okay? That's not that's filling your brain with a lot of data. That's useless, apparently, because his generation didn't get his people no fucking well. He comes from a generation of old dudes that failed they people, and I love to say it. I love to say it. You didn't win. Nope. So how you gonna teach us how to win? Nope. All of you, oh, bro, you dudes was the ones, yes, massa and shit like that, telling the young boy, don't you look at that white man like that, boy. Now, Mr. Woolley is good old folk.
It's actually 4. So you wrote a book about, you said, Sister Belinda, who fought for reparations.
Right.
Then you said it was one of your colleagues who passed a couple of weeks ago. He wrote a book.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
See, these are the book writing generation. See, we the crypto and Bitcoin generation. We the digital currency generation. See, this is what I'm saying. To me, books are overrated. I use them. Mine will be finished in about a month or 2, actually. I have nothing against books. I got my book collection over here. It's small. But when you start letting books think for you, your motherfucking library now just become no different than a Christian's, than any religious person, religious text collection. People sit in the house all day with a bunch of books and shit, and none of these kids go outside and really lift under a rock and see bugs. Let me show y'all what the book generation done. Instead of us going outside in the trees and studying nature, we chopping the trees down to make billions of books. And what's written in these books ain't fixed the goddamn world yet. But watch this. You got children today that if you throw a bug on them, they'll say, ugh, get that bug off of me. We used to catch bugs when I was little. Most children today don't even want to touch a bug. Most adults too, goddammit. We don't be outside like that. So these kids can't identify 10 plants that's in a local fucking environment. But they can quote Black history quotes by Maya Angelou, Anthony Browder, about Billy, whoever you name, it ain't got our people nowhere. They can't identify 10 local plants in their environment. But they bookshelf bigger than a motherfucker. If I go and ask Dr. Winbush right now, hey, Dr. Winbush, can you name me 5 local plants in your area that grows here that's edible? He'll say, young man, I went to school for race relations, okay? I shop at supermarkets, son. Listen. All of this hip hop studies and all of this shit, bro, that's what got us behind. All of this African going to study about Africa, hip hop, race relations, this fake black nationalist revolutionary shit. Shove it up your ass. Let's go.
All right, two books you
got our people behind.
Should America Pay? The book about
Belinda's petition, right?
Belinda's petition. And then it was what was your colleague's book?
The Debt: What America Owes Black People.
The Debt. And then you just named Quitting America.
Quitting America. That's
4 books.
It's a powerful book.
See what I'm Quitting America. That's one that you need to get right there. And there's another one called The Black Struggles of Mississippi. You need to get that one too. That's a bestseller. And you know, it's another one that you need to get. Whistling While Black When You're in Kentucky. And one more that I mentioned, Burning the Flag. No, I got Burning the Flag Part 1. You need to get Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and they made a Part 5. What about Part 4? They didn't make a Part 4. They skipped it. He don't like the number 4 for some reason. You know, but, you know, all of these books are just literature about struggle culture. And none of these books has decreased the generational wealth gap. We write books about nothing. Shit that these children can't go and make no money with after they read it, or can't go make no technology with it. Then when y'all do want to talk about technology, STEM, and applicable shit, is with the assistance of the white man's agenda. And now I'm literally saying white man because these are supposed to be pro-blacks. But see, they will have a 501(c)(3), and even though they got a whole bookshelf full of black literature, they will have a whole classroom of students that's ready to go out there and fulfill the white agenda.
Oh my God!
Boom, boom, boom! Quit mentioning flat earth and reparations. Let's go.
The Debt: What America Owes Black People.
The Debt. And then you just named Quitting America.
Quitting America. That's
4 books.
It's a powerful book. Powerful book.
Yeah, so you just added to my bookshelf, and I got books downstairs, and now look at this, Doc.
I just got books on books, but look at all these books. People, you know what's crazy? We got the most books than anybody, but we got the least rights than everybody too. I can't even make this shit up. Don't you know, I bet you if we go to Dubai right now, I bet you your book collection is bigger than the average dude walking around Dubai, but they got the wealthiest economy. Our books be full of pointless information. It be hours and hours and hours we spend reading with our head down versus looking forward and plotting our future. We got our head down in a book, whether it's a Bible or a Quran. All of these books have outdated information. This old dude gonna give you a bunch of shit if you ask him, when was this book written? In 1970, I think 62, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, this was issues that you had during your time, my nigga. The world has changed today. You talking about writing books. A motherfucker can get an AI to write their whole book in 2 days. You niggas need to catch up. Tell you niggas still thinking about writing books. The young kids today is ahead of y'all. They thinking about what AI they're gonna hire to write their book. I was saying some shit the other day. A young dude typed some shit on an AI site and told the motherfucker, what to do, and it did it damn near better than a human. It'll make your resume. It'll do whatever. Y'all got outdated information. We're in 2023 and times keep changing. But see, here's the thing. Our enemies is looking forward into the future while they got niggas collecting book collections, bookshelves, and then they arguing about who got the oldest books. So now they arguing about who got the most outdated information.
Stupid.
My book older than yours. Nigga, my book older than yours. Nigga, my book was made in the 1600s. Nigga, you see this book right here? It's crumbling apart in my hand. This bitch was made when the universe was created. Bitch, look, you just fucked my book up, nigga, trying to show your bitch ass. You niggas trying to see who got the oldest book. And that mean who, nigga, and it's like, bro, that's saying who got the most outdated information. This book right here was made in year 32. You mean the earth existed in 32 years and they discovered paper? This ain't paper, this is human skin. You niggas arguing about who got the oldest book. You need to be arguing about who got the newest plan, you damn dummies.
Stupid.
And I'm not talking to Dr. Ma'at and Dr. Winbush. I'm speaking in general, because they're not arguing about who got the oldest book. But I'm talking about, it's niggas out there that's real fanatic with it, right? But we arguing about who got the oldest books versus arguing about who got the newest plans for the future.
Books on the floor, this bookshelf. So you did added 4 more books, and I know it's going to be powerful. I know they're going to be powerful.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you that we need to think, Black folks here, Africans in America here, that we need to be thinking globally. And I actually, there's a program that I had enrolled my students in. It's called the Connect.
When you tell a young nigga to think globally, guess what? It's because you're out of touch with the youth. A young man can't think way out there and over there when he can't see past the slums and struggles and poverty that he walking past every day. And if everybody looking at Africa and globally and over here and trying to build with people over there and go over there, and we don't even know how to get along right here in America. And Dr. Winbush is a dude that went to school for race relations, and his solution is for Black men to basically be passport brothers when it come to building a community. So not only are we going overseas for our loved ones and wives and husbands, passport brothers, we going overseas for business, for networking. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But my thing is, if you can't do it here with each other, something wrong with that. We got to fight for that. Every time brothers try to do something big on this land, it get knocked down. Every time, like the dude Moses West, who built the water machine in Flint, it was sabotage. I'm not a fan of the agenda of hip hop, but Irv got it, Jay Prince, all them tried to do the distribution deal, sabotaged. Black Wall Street, sabotaged. We know how it go. So instead of a dude that went to school for race relations telling his race how we relate to the systems of injustices that's against us is fight back, he's saying run over there. Dr. Winbush is very aware that black brothers in America are not networking. They're not capitalizing in opportunities when they can and should because of ego, beefs. And you are a dude that went to school for race relations and you just talking about run the fuck, just abandon ship while other foreigners take over this land. But I'm gonna let y'all hear it out of the horse mouth.
Program. And the Connect program is essentially exactly what it is, exactly what it states. It's a Connect program. And so what it does is it's a program that came out of the Office of Academic Affairs, and salute to Dr. Jakob Astaki, who introduced me to the coordinators of the program.
I'm going to tell black people something right now. Never fuck with a motherfucker with a name that you can't pronounce the first time. Seriously, though. If a motherfucker say, man, we going to eat at Sanchez house, you going to be like, oh, Sanchez. And you never heard my name or knew me before. You say, man, we going to eat at Broderick house. Broderick? You can say that the first time. Derrick house. Scooter house, right? But if a nigga say we going to eat at Mustaka house, I ain't going. You can go. I'm not going to Bastaka Big House. I got my own. Bastaka Big can stay at it until I pronounce Bastaka. Until Bastaka Big must ain't got nothing to do with your boy if his name Bastaka Big. Ain't nothing Bastaka Big can tell me that relate to me. Why? His name Bastaka Baba. What did she say?
It's a powerful book. Powerful book.
Yeah, so you just put.
What was his name? Bastaka.
I got books downstairs, and now look at this. Books on the floor. We need to be thinking globally. And I actually, there's a program that I had enrolled my students in. It's called the Connect program, and the Connect program is essentially exactly what it is, exactly what it states. It's a Connect program, and so what it does is it's a program that came out of the Office of Academic Affairs, and salute to Dr. Jakob Astaki.
Jakob Astaki. Oh, I got it. Yeah. I got it. Jakob Astaki. Now, I'm going to drop myself a bump. Jakob Astaki. I'm still ain't fucking with Jakob. I'm going to have to really short. See, if Jakob Astaki came to the hood, we'll just call him Stocky. We got to shorten his shit. Ain't no nigga finna keep saying all that every time we want to call this nigga. Hey, Jakob Astaki, come hit the blunt. Huh? Jakob Astaki, man. Can we just call you Yaki? Stocky? Nigga gonna shorten your shit real quick with all this too many syllables. We got John, David, Tyrone. Nigga, Yakabastaki. You know how many syllables that is, son? Hold on. Yakabastaki. That's 5. That's overkill. You don't need that many syllables. Don't nobody need that many syllables in their name. That's greedy. You big greedy. Wait, hold up. Hold on. Wait. You being greedy with them syllables, man. Slow down. Hold on.
who introduced me to the coordinators of the program. But it's a program that connects university students here with university students around the world. So they're talking with university students in China. They're talking to university students throughout the continent of Africa, in Europe, the UK, Australia, South America, throughout the Caribbean. And what I was telling my students is you want to connect with people from around the world so that you have options. America's
Sound like the Passport Brothers, don't it? We going overseas, we got options. In this same video, Dr. Winbush talked about how Dr. King later on regretted his speech and was saying we integrated into a burning house. But they don't think we integrate into a burning house by syncing up with foreign ass Africans and scamming ass Nigerians and shit.
Stupid.
When we gonna learn all we got is each other? But see, a lot of these folks, we got to question they goddamn DNA. I'm not sure if my aunt is FBA or not. So anybody that's really black and just indigenous to this land, they know for a fact they can trace their lineage back to this land, they gonna fight you and combat you. How you know? How you know you originally from this land? Huh? How you know? Why you wanna know my family business? I don't wanna know yours. Why are you such an investigator on niggas' origin? They don't do that with nobody else in the world. When white anthropologists go to the jungle, they ask the people, where are you from? And they got to document that and write that down. They don't tell them where they from. They do that with y'all because y'all have been trained as slaves to take whatever they say as the word of God and science and technology. Africa said, science says we all come from Africa, even though when you go talk to the oldest Africans on the continent, they despise the out of Africa theory.
Stupid.
The Dogon and a pygmy will laugh at you talking about some out of Africa theory. These people want to, if they so connected with Africa, why don't they never interview no Africans from the continent? But they telling everybody else to do it. I'm telling them to think globally. Show me where any of these folks thought globally. And I ain't speaking directly to my aunt or Winbush. I'm speaking to Pan-Africans in general. A lot of the Pan-Africans that I see in America, like Umar Johnson, they ain't making moves globally. They over here begging FBA and talking shit to them at the same time. That nigga ain't over there asking Bastakabic and all them for donations. And he ain't over there asking Bakobo and them for no donations. That nigga's over here asking Ray Ray and David and Tyrone and all them for donations, and he get mad at them and cuss them out when he don't get it. While y'all Pan-Africans talking about let's build with the brothers on the motherland. Hey man, y'all ain't building with the brothers on the motherland. That shit's a pipe dream. That shit's a big scam, and a lot of universities running that shit too. Any nigga went to school for race relations, he ain't smart, y'all. He wasted his time. There's not, you got motherfuckers coming over here from overseas. They go to school and get a funky ass degree in race relations and think they know more about this society than us when all of our grandmothers and forefathers was getting beat and shit. These folks come over here from off banana boats and all kind of little Africans come over here and shit like that and get over here and go to school. They go to school for race relations and hip hop studies, and they think they know more about hip hop and how races work in this country than you, because the white man done boosted their ego and he know what he doing. He know what he doing. He making them the token Negroes in buffer class and the gate guard class in between us. But we don't see it. Selling they people out to the UN, man.
just not, it won't be your only option. Oh, let me get this degree and let me go work. You'll have options nationally, locally, nationally, and internationally, you know? And so that's what I try to instill in my students. You have options. Don't limit yourself to America. You can go anywhere with a STEM degree, with an electrical engineering degree. You can.
See, that's what I'm telling them. That's bullshit. Because let me tell you something, right? I don't understand how you can be pushing for STEM, but don't understand the fact that the end goal of STEM is for humans to ultimately make our own slave race. They getting rid of the workforce. Don't you see what just happened with McDonald's? See, these guys read so much books, they don't see what's going on in the world outside. And the shit that's happening outside, it be shit I've been predicted. Where your source is at, nigga. Peep what's going on. You ain't looking outside. You a book ass nigga. In the house and shit. And this is me speaking in general, guys. All right? This is not directed at Ma'at in these statements when I'm going in on this. I'm talking about y'all, I've been going in on these book niggas. Salutes to this sister, Ma'at. But see, she's in a cabal full of dudes who they all got the same approach to reality. So I'm using her video to show you how I'm in general is what I'm speaking. I'm speaking against all Pan-Africans and what they call scholastic niggas who don't want to push back against the sciences, who don't want to question nothing. They think that the people in power know it all, figured it all out, ain't nothing else to know. Shut up, just go learn STEM and get a job. I'm throwing all that in a big bucket and I'm firing at it. So this ain't directed at nobody specific. Salutes to Dr. Ma'at. She's just providing the arguing points from the community that I can rebuttal against. So nobody go being messy talking about he going in on Dr. Ma'at because he ain't. Salutes to Dr. Ma'at. I'm really going in on Dr. Raymond Winbush though. Y'all know me, I'm a simp. I'ma always give the sister a break. But Dr. Winbush, old washed up butt, gonna get it though. He gonna get it though.
You go anywhere and do whatever you put your mind to. And so I couldn't agree with you more that we need to think internationally. And that's what Garvey was on. Garvey was saying that.
Even though Garvey never went to Africa. The only place that Garvey really built that other than America and Harlem was the UK. The two places that's building today. When you look at the connection between the UK and Harlem and the 5 boroughs, it's still there today. Just look at drill music. That influence been going on from them two dynamics. The connection between niggas in New York and Jamaicans and islands, and they been niggas in New York who may have been FBA and ADOS, they sold their lineage out and sold ours out with it. Cause they became the smart, educated niggas that they put on a pedestal to speak for the whole race. And those are the niggas that's saying we from Africa and all that. And that we're foreigners. But they know it ain't. They know, think about what I'm telling you. You got a bunch of black folks in New York that just went up there recently during the Great Migration from up out the South. And them same groups are saying, we come from Africa. I'm going to say that again. You got black folks by the millions who migrated from the South, Mississippi, Louisiana, all that, Florida, and moved up north not too long ago during the Great Migration. And them same people that know they just was in the South and went to the North are saying that a slave ship went to the west coast of Africa and brought them to the North at the shores of Virginia.
You know, Garvey was just like, no, we connected. Look, we gonna get these ships.
Garvey never built internationally. He scammed locally. Garvey showed y'all the scam. Real talk. Because Garvey was over here in America capitalizing off of 5013C programs, teaching black folks that they was from Africa and called himself educating the black man. Marcus Garvey came with the, let me show you. Marcus Garvey, a foreigner who ran from his own country, came over here and was pushing this whole propaganda of we need to become the educated black man. And educated meant indoctrinated within the white man system. During the time when Marcus Garvey was over here, Negroes was skeptical about the Western medicine. You know what Garvey did? He started the Black Cross, working with the Red Cross to educate the black man on the Western. You know these same niggas that be arguing about the doggone Corona beer shot, Unk, and all these niggas who believe in evolution and vaccines and all that? That was what Garvey was doing. Getting niggas doped up, if you know what I mean. Juiced up. I gotta watch my language and do it in code. Cause we didn't believe in, we didn't trust them. These same people was beating us in the street. And you think they're gonna treat us properly with their, you know. So they got Garvey to come over here and say, you guys just don't understand. You just ain't educated. Let me teach you what this is. The only thing in here is water, sugar, you know, the shit that Unc be saying when he trying to educate you on what's inside of the. Ain't nothing to be scared of. Give me that needle. I'll take it. Let me show you. See? You still don't believe me? Give me another one. I'll show you again. Give it here. Told you, Sanchez. Nigga, Unc gonna wake up and he gonna be looking like this right here. I told you it worked, Sanchez. Look at me. It's not that bad. These side effects ain't that bad. Yes, they is, son. Yeah, that's your ass, son. Look like somebody fried your ass, son. Let's go, son.
We're going to start doing conducting international trade. We're going to form alliances and connections with our brothers on the continent. Some people wanted to repatriate there. And so he was thinking.
That is not what Garvey was doing. Garvey was working with the fucking Jesuits to help colonize black people who didn't trust the fucking white man. And they would trust it if somebody your own color do it. So when you lose trust in these people, they send somebody that look like you. And now all of a sudden your people hop on board with some shit they wouldn't have hopped on board with. Because it's coming now through a different face now. Why don't none of these people bring up no black dudes in this land? It always go back to Garvey, some foreign shit, some African shit. But this man was working with them folks, man. That's what y'all got to realize. Nobody gonna show you images like this. You gotta ask yourself, we need to find out who that white dude is because that's Garvey's handler. And whatever this ceremony is, Garvey was being rewarded for some reason here. And we know that the green part of our RBG is the Celtic tradition because Garvey is more celebrated in the UK than he is in Africa or anywhere else.
Oh, my God.
And the UK is where all of these secret societies that's ruling the black mind in America come from. Who do you think he was working for? If you look at Marcus Garvey's symbol, you'll see who he was working for, the Jesuits. Let's pull up Marcus Garvey's insignia. See if I can find it. Yeah. There it go. This is what Marcus Garvey representing right here. The Jesuit, he was a Jesuit and Catholic. Look at his symbol. Look at his headdress. That's what the Jesuits wore, the Templars wore. He was working for the Vatican. He was working for the Jesuits to push the agenda on a group of people who was skeptical of the agenda, and you needed their consent. And then he was their Messiah, Marcus Messiah. He was the Messiah to the UN, UNESCO, to the powers that be, during a time where our people was like, we don't trust these folks because y'all beating us and lynching us in the street, but yet you want to go on big old blood drives and you want to try new treatments and stuff in the ghetto. You want to test this and test that. The Red Cross was so fucking active during this time, during Garvey. And then some of the first blood transfusions in the world took place around this time. I did a whole documentary on it, but it was about Sebi, though. I didn't sink Garvey in it, but I might need to do another one to show you how he's implemented in this whole agenda as well. Because during just right there in the like 40s, like when was Vietnam War? Anyway, during Vietnam War is when we first started really practicing blood transfusions on a big scale. And that was a breakthrough in the world as far as testing DNA, being able to transfer it, store it, manage it in large quantities, right? But the only problem that the Red Cross had was getting people to pull their arm up and give it. If you the Red Cross during these times, how do you get a bunch of black folks to donate blood when you beating their ass? When you sicking dogs on them? You send in Marcus Garvey, and you don't do it under the fucking Red Cross. You do it under the Black Cross. You do it under the Black Cross. See, why don't they teach her? Think about it. Every time somebody bring up Marcus Garvey, they like to say, well, he was networking overseas and billing all. No, the fuck he wasn't. He was scamming locally. Nigga went internationally doing shit but selling out with the Vatican and the UK. That was the networking overseas, man. Never went to Africa. And everybody like to bring up them same little watered down debunkable arguing points, but nobody bring up the Black Cross nurses. What y'all ashamed of? Niggas been talking about Marcus Garvey for years, but Sanchez the only one that brings up the Black Cross nurses. Cause now you finna start stepping and diving into some bullshit now and asking questions. What the fuck was Marcus Garvey doing working with the Red Cross with his own fashion going through the ghetto? What was they promoting and pushing in the streets? Because you know that he had a parade license, just like all these other control-ass groups like NFAC and all these, the Hebrew Israelites. Marcus Garvey had no problem getting a parade license. People, don't you know they name streets after this man all through the North? They don't hate Marcus Garvey. They love that nigga. He was their biggest sellout. What does that look like them black women holding? An American flag, right? Right. Not a RBG flag. They were patriots, dude. Marcus Garvey would have on a dashiki one day and a suit and tie the next day, looking like a Jew trying to handle business with his scams. Don't that sound familiar? Right, Umar and all these niggas today. Niggas that's selling you African pride, but they really looking for corporate ties. You ain't trying to network with no Nigerians, nigga. You trying to network with them white folks just like Garvey did. He didn't network with no damn Africans and all them damn pipe dreams y'all selling. Marching his ass down the street with an American flag because he's a patriot and a Catholic and a Jesuit. Let's tell him the truth about who it was. Let's go.
Internationally, and not only was he thinking it, he was moving.
Lies.
Internationally.
Lies.
And so that's the blueprint. And so that brings me to something that I want to say. Dr. Wimbush, sometimes the more I study history, the more I feel like we're on a hamster wheel. The more I study history. I was, and let me give you the source of my frustration. So there were some brothers who contacted me. Hey, Dr. Ma'at, we want to talk about, solutions to the Black plight in America. And we have a chat room on Clubhouse. So this is another platform, Dr. Wimbush, called Clubhouse. And right. People hold discussions and, and stuff like that. And so they sent me a link and I said, okay, I'm always, especially with young brothers, 20s, 30s. And so I'm like, cool, I'll hop on. Dr. Wimbush, I got on that daggone in that discussion. And they started, first of all, their assessment of what's happening with Africans in the States, in America, and Africans globally, the assessment was totally wrong, okay? Then secondly, the solutions, which was based on inaccurate assessments, was totally wrong. And not to mention, Dr. Wimbush, the solutions were, we already did it. We tried those in the 1800s.
So that's another thing that I got against Pan-Africans and all what she's saying is that you telling brothers that's living in this society every day that they don't understand race relations and the struggle issues in modern society when they living in it because they didn't read a couple of books.
Stupid.
Books that are outdated because society has changed now, which means our way that we approach the issues in it must change. Instead of listening to the young brothers who living in it day to day, you silence yourself from them and tell them to listen to you on some old ass outdated information in some book when they go outside every day.
So I'm talking to the brothers. I said, have you ever read the book, The Color of Money or The Color of Law? Or have you ever read? So I'm just laying out some stuff. And no, I ain't read.
See what I'm saying? Have you ever read the book, The Color of Money? I ain't got to read a book to know it's green, sister. Have you ever read the book, The Color of Money? The Shape of Capitalism? The Size of Society? The Height of Supremacy? Have you ever read the book, The Attributes of Wealth? Like, come on, these titles sound AI generated at this point. I would like to create some of these titles. Have you ever read the book, Black Empowerment and Economics 3000? Shit like that, that sound like something that'll sell. Have you ever read the book, The Shape of Pennies for Modern Society and the Economic Growth and Development Stages? Some shit like that probably sell. And I just rambled that off the dome, though.
In America and Africans globally, the assessment was totally wrong, okay? Then secondly, the solutions, which was based on inaccurate assessments, was totally wrong. And not to...
Yo, If they solutions is wrong and y'all got the solutions, then our problems will be solved. What's going on with black folks is everybody want to be smart as hell because they got bookshelves and white man credentials. But they don't got experience outside dealing with their people. And it's obvious because you dealing with a dude that went to school with race relations. And I guarantee you that I'm connected to more young niggas than him.
Oh my God!
There's a cutoff somewhere, and it can't be solved with a degree from some white man. Let's go.
To mention Dr. Wimbush, the solutions were we already did it. We tried those in the 1800s. So I'm talking to the brothers. I said, have you ever read the book The Color of Money? Or
ain't no such thing as we already did that. How do you know that the generation that did it didn't do it properly? You know, in a football game, I can run a play with a certain quarterback and that play won't work. But if I say I already did that play, then we would only use it once in a game. I put in my other quarterback, let him run it, and guess what? Touchdown. He run the play perfectly. I'm glad we never said I already did it. No one says, man, like only when it comes to reparations and revolutionizing the people do the younger generation gotta argue with the older generation about we already did that. No, we didn't do shit. The last generation did it, but the new one didn't have they turn to try at it. See, they got an old ass gate guard ass generation that failed us and said, we tried that and it didn't work. Everything these young niggas say, let's go out here and get busy and do, is some old complacent ass gate guard like this dude that's gonna agree with the shit my aunt saying while she's sucking them off and talking about some damn, we already did it. So do it again and again. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You teaching them to give up? Let the new generation try it. Dr. Wimbush generation was some soft ass niggas who was putting their head down to the white man. These little niggas today rather die before they take the treatment that y'all took. See, that's some gate guard shit. Anything that these young boys want to try, y'all shoot it down because you say, well, the older generation did that and it didn't work. Well, let the new ones do it again and see if it worked for them. That's them to just stop your revolution. And when they did it, they was hired and paid. And the older generation was a bunch of sellouts who already did everything and they failed on purpose just so they can say, we already did that. It didn't work today. And gate guard to stop you from doing the things you need to do to revolt. And they stop you by saying, we already did it. That didn't work. See what I'm saying? It didn't work for you. And with the mindset that y'all got, I see why it didn't work. Because you got the mindset, well, I'm going to try one time, and if it don't work, well, we already did that. Something ain't right about this.
The Color of Law, or have you ever read? So I'm just laying out some stuff. And no, I ain't read that. Have you read Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson? Or
nobody gives a fuck.
Dr. Claude Anderson, or have you read it?
Don't nobody care about none of them titles, none of them books, none of them authors. Y'all don't get it. Y'all out of touch with the youth, man. And you can't force that shit on them. They'll fake like they into it while they little, but they want to be in their own paradigm. You acting like you ain't read that. You ain't read. You know how many books in the world you ain't read? Claude Anderson and all them names you named, them ain't no big ass names like no sad guru or nobody. Them people that's only known in black YouTube and up north in Harlem on them little blocks where them niggas be scamming at with the chitlin circuits. You know, back in the day, up in Harlem, it take me up to Harlem. You know, when they had Al Sharpton and them niggas slicking they shit back, and then they'll go out there and stand up on a milk crate and yell all day like the Hebrews with a hat right there. You drop them some little change in it. Street sidewalk hustlers. When you walk up to them niggas, they be, let me talk to you, black man. You know some kind of way that's gonna end up where you need to give me some kind of donation and some money. And they ain't gonna it's gonna be, come here, black man. Come here, brother. You know that you beautiful, right? You know that you God's gift and that the black, some shit like that. Now let me get $5 for that, son. No, it was a whole dope, like how the dope boys got it back in the day, where when you walk down one block, it's one nigga preaching, yeah. Then you walk by him, it's another nigga preaching with a bullhorn. That you know you the black man of America, it's another nigga over here. You know you a Hebrew, and you can't escape a block where it ain't no nigga yelling in your ear, bro. I couldn't live in New York. Salute to my New York niggas, though. Too many niggas yelling on all these blocks. And this nigga yells on this block every fucking Monday through Wednesday. He yells over here every Tuesday through Saturday. And his day to yell right there is there, and they got the yelling dates orchestrated and shit. And then they got little yelling bubbles too. So when you get out of his voice, when it fade away, you pick right back and up into another yell bubble. Like I can't go in no silent alley. I'm always in some nigga's audible bullhorn. And the black man is God and the Hebrew. That's a lot of preaching on these streets up north. And niggas, you know. That come from up north. The street corner preacher. See, I don't care about none of these you know, authors, y'all think because y'all involved and cherished and you religiously captivated into a cult that everybody else is. Your little neo-pagan cult is very small. That's why your face look like that. You surprised that you ain't never read that. Yeah, that's just some neo-pagan shit that only just came out in the 70s. That shit Claude Anderson be saying, he been saying it for years and shit. Been repeating it all on the Breakfast Club and everywhere. And none of that shit ain't work. We just idolizing these folks at that point. And niggas is mad at me for telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth about it. Like when y'all say when y'all say y'all ain't gonna get reparations, you telling the truth. I don't think niggas should stop fighting for it, though. I don't think niggas gonna ever unite with Africans, but you Pan-Africans keep pushing that shit, though. Even though y'all ain't even united with them motherfuckers.
Whole discussions and and stuff like that, and so they sent me a link and I said, okay, I'm always, especially these young brothers, 20s, 30s, and so I'm like, cool, I'll hop on. Dr. Wimbush, I got on that daggone in that discussion, and they started, first of all, their assessment of what's happening with Africans in the States, in America, and Africans globally. The assessment was totally wrong. Okay.
If you ask Africans to assess what's happening to blacks in America and blacks globally, their shit gonna be totally wrong too. Cause every group is invested in their own struggle the most. Why would a black man in America know about the problems of an African man in America or abroad when he got all his own fucking problems? Every group is fucking saturated in so many problems directly that they need to focus on in their own group that I wouldn't expect no other group to know how to relate to the problems of a black man in America. And I'm not even mad at them. Like, this is childish what y'all doing, and it's divisive. Why the fuck would I be mad at a Chinese dude? Because he don't know the struggles of a black man in America. So I don't know his struggles and don't care. I'm just trying to get out of mine. This shit's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. But it has to be said. Let's go.
Then secondly, the solutions, which was based on inaccurate assessments, was totally wrong. And not to mention, Dr. Wimbush, the solutions were, we already did it. We tried those in the 1800s. So I'm talking to the brothers. I said, have you ever read the book, The Color of Money, or The Color of Law? Or have you ever read? So I'm just laying out some stuff. And no, I ain't read that. Have you read Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson, or Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson? Or have you read?
I bet you if every black person woke up tomorrow and read Blueprint for Black Power, we still won't have black power. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. If y'all really felt like that the blueprint for black power was in that book, y'all will give it out for free to every black damn YMCA, Boys and Girls Club and all that. No, but you selling it on Amazon. And I wonder how much it is. Y'all about selling books. If I wrote a book and I felt like if my people followed this blueprint, we'll take over and it'll get black power, I'm not even selling that. Because when my people take over, I'm going to get my money back right there. Look at how much this shit costs, y'all. $40. Every black man and every black family need to spend $40 for us to get liberated. I want y'all to keep in mind now, the Jehovah's Witness give out Bibles for free, and the Bible is about this goddamn thick now. In every hotel room, they got a free Gideon Bible. The white man believes in his damn book so much, and that he could control the world if everybody read his book, that he goes around the world giving it out for free. In fact, the white man got mad at you and tried to kill you if you didn't read his book for free, goddammit. The white man knew the more people that read that Bible, it was a blueprint for his power. A drop of one if we still rocking and rolling. Drop of one right now is saying that my stream, we still online? Shit, I think we may have went offline. What is it saying here? No, we still rolling. Weird. Can y'all drop ones if everything's still going cool? See, and okay, cool. Watch this. Look at here. So here go the book. Amos Wilson, Blueprint for Black Power. Now look. Here's the thing. If Amos Wilson felt like this book was gonna get his people liberated, if everybody read it, it'll be free. This is just selling books. It's just literature, man. The title sound good, A Blueprint for Black Power. But like I said, if every black person read this book, we still won't be powerful. And if you saying if majority of all the black households read this book to their family, that will be powerful as a people, then that's why I'm saying you would have gave it away for free. Why, if you see your people ain't got no power, and you know that your book got the blueprint for them to get power, I wouldn't sell no shit like that. That's like seeing my people shackled up in chains, and I know the way out to get them broke out the chains, and I tell them, you got to pay me though. Yeah, I got to go on here, but y'all Pan-Africans need to quit hating on this shit, man, because then y'all gonna make me do a lot of these. Yeah, I got the blueprint for black power, but it's gonna cost you $32.78, motherfucker. I got the blueprint for black power that every family household need, but it's gonna cost you around about I can see a nigga like Amos Wilson. He probably wear glasses too, and he probably a nigga that's gonna say, I'ma add you up at right about, hand me that calculator, nigga. We in 2023, he gonna pull out a big ass Casio on your ass and pull his glasses up. He gonna look at you, then look at the calculator and do some more shit, and then look back at you, $40. Some high ass shit. You thinking he giving you a discount. You thought that little look that he gave you was like, well, since it's you, you know. You thought that little look that he gave you was like, well, it is you. I knock off about another. Nah, nigga. Oh, damn. Oh, my nigga, but hold up, though. What you telling me is you got the blueprint for black power for your people and you charging them $32.78 for it? Son, the white man wrote in his Bible that was the book that was going to get his people to the land of milk and honey, and he gave it to all of them for free. Now, I know that, listen, you don't got to buy no Bibles in America, nigga. If anything, they'll give you one of them little bitty motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about, the little cute, the Bibleette. I'm going to call that little bitch a Bibleette. Y'all don't know nothing about that shit. Them little bitty Bibles, that's free than a bitch. But yeah, so hit the likes and share buttons. I'm doing just what my title say. I'm reviewing anti-flat earth and anti-reparations videos. This is my review and reactions. People know I'm a roast in my reactions, all that. And I'm going to drop the link in a minute and we're going to do some flat earth debates. I'm on track with my title. So somebody about to get, matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this dude in timeout. Just cause I can and I'm on a power trip, you know what I'm saying? I don't play by no rules and we'll jump you and everything. Hey, check this out, y'all. These little Bibles is free. I wonder why. Now, a black person will charge you so much for that little book. And I understand you got to get your money. But quit acting like your book gonna give me mine, though. You read this book, right? Nothing gonna happen. I'm gonna say, man, I read Blueprint for Black Power by Amos Wilson, and I'm gonna be part of the club. You telling me every fucking body gotta read this book for us to get black power? Nope, you just want everybody to buy that book so Amos Wilson can get motherfucking power. Because if that book was going to get everybody black power, then it only take for a few niggas to read it and go to implement it among their people, and then there we go. Yeah, I'm calling it bullshit today, and I'm showing you the scam and the grifting. Let's go.
You know, hey, have you read this? No, Doc, I didn't read. I said, brothers, study your history. Because some of this stuff that you all are proposing, we've already done it before, and
it doesn't matter. And I hate to say it, this is a dumb approach to reality for any group of people. In fact, this is toxic information. If you agree, drop a 1. If you understand the toxicity of this kind of information, drop a 1. To tell the young generation, don't y'all do it because these old washed up generations tried it and it didn't work. That's like telling a little boy, don't you go to the military because your daddy went and he got kicked out of basic training. Your daddy tried that and it didn't work, so why you going to the military? Shit, because it may work for me, shit. But anybody can get a 501(c) and work with the children. If you didn't know that, dude, they're letting, I gotta be very careful with this one because they definitely gonna take my video down if I say this. This is what we gonna do. Watch this, because we're gonna beat this censorship. Watch this. People, listen to me. They're letting teach the children. I'm gonna say that again. They're letting teach the children. They're letting get 501(c)s to work with the youth. They're letting ex-criminals that just got out of jail get 501(c)s and work with the youth. They're letting ex-gangbangers get 501(c)s and do community outreach and scared straight programs. But a brother that's intelligent, that's going against the system, they blackballing him and they ain't letting him get nowhere near it. In fact, they saying he need to stay away from the youth, and they will actually prosecute him because they saying he can teach them anarchy, alternative science. You know they locked a couple up for the flat earth shit. So they don't care who they let get around your children in some 501(c) program. Long as it ain't nobody that's gonna tell them children what they need to hear to get your people to the next level. It's just a bunch of going to a bunch of institutions with the children that already wrote us out of history. No offense to it, because it's getting these young brothers off of the street. But when you get them off of the street and put them back into the church, we still ain't gonna get no positive results. Because that's all that you doing. That's all Pan-Africanism is a religion. You going to museums all the time, and in these museums, it got a bunch of fucking lies about who we are and our people. The museums are extensions of the churches. You travel to museums with children all the time, and you think the shit in the museum is facts. And this nation got to fucking grade the children on the lie, and you gotta agree. Columbus did discover America. The transatlantic slave trade is real. Life did start in Africa, and we're monkey people. This is what you guys are teaching the children. You're either the only way they're gonna let you get a 501(c) to work with these children is if you got the mindset that Dr. Ma'at got, which is toxic. Why? Because everything we teaching these children under Pan-Africanism is self-hate. You telling them that they're a monkey. You telling them that they're a foreigner. Why should they take pride in the land that they walking on? Because these kids thinking about Africa, they got a coming to America scenario in their head of them being kings of Zamunda. But they getting out of that museum and out of that school and they going into ghettos and high rises that's being terrorized by the gangs in the community. And the only way you can let them escape for a minute is in a museum and an Egyptian trip ego in their mind of telling them who they fucking not. And it's just burying their head in the sand of a bunch of fucking worthless books. When our fucking children are dying at a high rate in Philadelphia and Baltimore. And you think that these books gonna solve that shit?
Stupid.
You a goddamn lie. You got to be out of touch if you think that. You think African pride and all that gonna solve that shit? Because home is where the heart is. And if you live in America, guess where your home and your heart is? Guess what? When you tell these children that something wrong with them because they don't got African pride, something wrong with you. Y'all got these young boys detached from their own environment, and that's why they can go out there in their environment and destroy it. They can destroy the people in their environment because their pride is somewhere in Africa, in the Middle East, in some foreigner's religious system. And they haven't been taught how to take pride in each other. They haven't been taught how to take pride in the space that they dwell in. Because the moment you do that, you start calling it cooning and patriotic and Americanism. You got hate for the Aboriginals. And we just saying, be proud of where you at. The moment that I'm no longer proud of where I'm at, I'm going to change my environment. I will never live in a condition and a surrounding that I'm not proud of. So for y'all to be over here with this anti-American, anti-Aboriginal, you don't got pride in this land, you should go where your pride is. And everybody that y'all put on a pedestal are niggas who ran from their motherland, like Marcus Garvey. And got the nerve to speak out y'all mouth about black men who stood over here against the test of time through all the atrocities. We ain't run to no fucking island. Black men just started running away on some passport shit. That's new. All of these other niggas been passport niggas. All them other races of nigga, they been passport niggas. We just became passport niggas. And the niggas who been passport niggas, they be trying to hide they passports and act like they been in America. And the black men in America who just getting passports going overseas running from their problems, they want the whole world to know, look at my passport. I can go where daddy told me I can go. I can go over here nets and here nets with your goofy ass. You just became a runner. You talking about a passport, brother. You're running. It's called run culture and struggle culture. We idolizing niggas that didn't even stand up where the fuck they was and came over here being funded by the Vatican like they running some shit. Marcus Garvey. If you take that white support from behind his ass, he was nothing but a broke scamming ass nigga in Harlem who ran from goddamn Jamaica. I'ma say it the way it is. He had that white man behind him, just like y'all Negroes. That's why you're talking the way you're talking. You sound like that white man behind you with his hand up your spine like a puppet saying, yeah, tell them they ain't getting no reparations. Fuck them reparations. Tell them, nigga, you a monkey. Yeah, bitch, you from Africa. Yeah, bitch, I know more about your family lineage than you because I'm the white man and I found the bone in the backyard, bitch, yeah. Yeah, he got his hand right up Garvey back. Like a damn puppet. This dude, Dr. Raymond Winbush, right? He was on the Rock Newman show. Yeah, he was on the Rock Newman show. This guy here, he was on the Rock Newman show. He's a scholar and activist. See, this word scholar, y'all, it's a bunch of bullshit and a scam. It's a scam. Scholars are niggas with a bunch of books who think they smart. Look, a person who is highly educated or has an aptitude for study, a student holding a scholarship, right? Basically, he's under the master's tutelage. He know exactly what to say to keep niggas' revolution derailed and stagnant. All of these books and all of you educated niggas and shit going backwards for your people. Cause all of you educated niggas and scholarship niggas, y'all only can use y'all smarts to help build the oppressors people up. You can't do it to help build your own people up, nigga. You know that. The moment you try to use your scholarship and studies to go to building your people up, you know that's your ass. You got a handler out of y'all. We're gonna take our time and spank you good though. Yeah, we're gonna call it all out. These imposters talking about you a scholar. You ain't nothing but a control token Negro. The first scholars was Rhodes scholars under Cecil Rhodes. I don't care about, see, a lot of y'all be fascinated with scholars and shit. You know, a nigga who's scholastic, you know. And none of these niggas, all of these scholars are, these niggas go to each other house, they look at each other bookshelf and book collection, and they fucking pick up the books and get hard dicks on and say, ooh, I always wanted this book. Yes, I have that collection and this one too. I read them both twice. Oh my God, do you mind if I borrow this one? They swap books and shit. You know, they book collectors and they like the smell of the pages, just fresh book. Ooh, I have a library, these scholars. And guess what, nigga? Because look, revolution ain't never came to a nigga with a Bible or a Quran or a bookshelf. It always came to a nigga with a heart of I don't give a fuck and an army and some guns. The people that took your shit from you was outside training with guns, doing push-ups, working out, practicing flank movements. They went in little cozy rooms with bookshelves with the scholars, with their robes and shit on, and they know everything, but they don't know how to get their people up out of the goddamn bind. They don't know how to liberate their people. The generational wealth gap is increasing every generation, but your bookshelf getting bigger and bigger.
Stupid.
Did you hear me? The generational wealth gap is getting bigger and bigger every generation, and so is niggas' bookshelves. How are your books helping your situation? Y'all are just trying to help yourself with book sales. Ain't shit that none of these black scholars has written has done anything to turn shit around for the good for they people. Name me a book. It ain't done that but created a bunch of debating ass, wanna be smart ass, Oswald Bates ass niggas with degrees that are meaningless to society. Like a nigga going to school to learn race relations. Dude, ain't no such thing as race, dummy. You either part of a tribe and a family lineage or you not. Race is some shit that only exists in a section, one section of the, a certain region of the world. Everybody don't acknowledge the concept of race. The world is bigger than just the Western world we live in. So the shit we go to school for, if you were to go overseas and you went to school for race relations, how you gonna go to fucking Africa and all that and tell them how races relate over there? You didn't live over there. So you can go to school in America, get a degree for race relations, and go all around the world just telling people how shit work on their land. Yeah, that's a loophole in the game. I want that degree. That is called missionary work and colonialism. You're rewriting people's history, basically, under the guise of I know how people related to each other in the past, so I know how they're gonna relate in the future. Why? Because the person dealing with race relations have to have a concept of out of Africa theory, and they have to have a concept of evolution, because under this notion of race relations, you got to explain how did the races even come about. And that's when you go into the out of Africa theory and evolution. And then when you explain how the races were formed, you can explain how they relate to each other and why they relate that way based upon their evolutionary process. So it's all tied together. That's why I say it's a scam. So everybody know Rock Newman. He got a lot of controversy surrounding him. Now, the dude that Dr. Ma'at got on her show, the dude that Dr. Ma'at got on her show, he was on the Rock Newman show. And everybody know Rock Newman is, he ain't, well, we already know. It's the cabal. The cabal, all right? His shit's controlled. We already know how that go. But he was also sued for reaching into a woman's dress and unzipping it, allegedly. His attorney arguing in court documents that she consented because she didn't object.
Stupid.
These are the people that she associated with. Why? Because these folks really want clout and they really want to be part of the cabal talking about solutions when they just selling worthless books. They got worthless 501(c)(3)s that is not going to do nothing but take money from the people and is only going to fucking empower the owners of those 501(c)(3)s and not the people. Soon as it start empowering your people, they gonna shut it down. How you gonna go hand in hand with the people that's fucking your people up with programs to fucking go against it? I'ma sign up with the same government that's the root cause of all my people's problem in a program that help solve the problems.
Stupid.
Yeah, a dude that's calling themselves a scholar or activist, that don't say that you got high IQ to me. To me, you just an old dude in a way, like all the other old dumb dudes who failed us in their generation. And I ain't scared to say it. And they think they know everything. Let me show y'all something real quick, though. I want you to read about COINTELPRO. Very quick. COINTELPRO was a series of covert and illegal projects actively conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting American political organizations like ADOS and FBA.
Oh my God!
Tell me that ain't what these fucking Pan-Africans are doing. I'm telling you, these guys are COINTELPRO. It's the same power that sent Garvey. They connected with UNESCO and the Boule and all them. And they sent in here, like Tariq Nasheed said, to undermine everything we try to do. Tariq is not lying, man. These folks are among us, infiltrating, acting like they one of us, just like Marcus Garvey did, while selling you out to the powers that be, giving you the same programming that we wouldn't accept directly from them, but we accept it because now they chocolate coated. They send in people that look like you and give you hip hop and paint it with the hip hop shit and see what I'm saying? And now you will take it now. So it says right there that these groups are secretly aimed at disrupting local American political organizations because these foreign groups have infiltrated the political seats in this country ever since the early, well, don't get me started. We might have to get Citizen Man on that because he can go into when the government was infiltrated by the foreign government, because I'm tying all this together. That's when we got certain organizations set up like the FBI, CIA, and these were our government working with foreign governments against their own people.
Oh my!
And still doing it today. What you think the FBI, CIA, all these groups, they spend most of their time surveillance in their own citizens, y'all. They know so much about all of us that we know about more than we know about ourselves. They ain't fucking surveilling their enemy. They working with the enemies under the UN, UNESCO. They in everybody fucking nation trying to undermine any revolutionary groups. And that keeps these systems thriving because any group that start off grassroots and get momentum, they just come in, bow, attack on it like Flat Earth and Reparations. And them the main two grassroots groups in America right now. The Flat Earthers and the Reparations shit. And look at what they targeting, Flat Earth and Reparations. It's fucking, they're so obvious because they know it ain't but a few people like me, Steve Coakley, some of y'all who can see their agenda and who they are. This been going on in America since the fucking 50s and 60s, y'all. With these foreign groups coming in, infiltrating and undermining. COINTELPRO. And it's so sad that these groups are on YouTube talking about watch out for COINTELPRO, knowing they COINTELPRO. So what y'all gonna do when y'all keep on doing this shit is activate niggas like me to now I got to come on out and go and do my thing, man. I got to come on out and do, y'all doing too much talking, and all that, man. With your little 5013Cs in the bed with the same enemy you're bitching about. The same government that put the poison and weapons in your community, you form a fucking organization with them to take it out? Man, y'all better leave us alone. Quit talking about these Indians, man. I'm gonna protect these featherheads, man. Guess what? Anything FBA ADOS, man, I'm defending that, man. Shut your mouth. Quit talking about reparations. Then this dude here trying to defend talking about reparations is not nothing new. The blacks in America think that reparations is something new, and they trying to separate the reparations conversation from brothers in Africa. Right, that ain't, my reparations ain't got shit to do with them. That's what I'm talking about. You doing too much. Everybody got to independently seek their claim. And Riddick Bowe stopped fucking with Rock Newman. Here go the video if y'all wanna talk about it. It's 7 minutes. I ain't gonna play it, but I'm giving it to you here. You can see the title and go and find it. I watched it, and yeah, it'll show you basically Rock Newman. He see them niggas as slaves, and you know he ain't no anyway. I ain't gonna go into it. Rock Newman was his manager, and he's speaking out about it. But all these other black folks be in the bed with Rock Newman every time he turn around, knowing that that man don't give a damn about your people. Just like with Vlad TV and Adam 21 and all that. Why? Because these white folks can let you speak at the university. And you can go into the college and the museums and you can, right. But you can't network with your people and build your people up. That's a one-way ticket just for yourself and your organization. None of these folks working under these 501(c)(3)s, literally the end goal will never lead to liberating your people. Impossible. There's no way you're gonna work with the enemy to undermine what he already got into play with your organization that he allowed you to have under him. Like, come on, dude. And you got old dudes like this one right here. And I don't know how old Sister Ma'at is, but it's a sad, we got a lot of females that think gray hair equates to wisdom. It don't. We think degrees and shit equate to understanding and wisdom, and you really being in tune to what we need to do for solutions. Guess what? These are a bunch of old men trying to sell you old ass books that ain't nobody checking on no more. So they making their rounds on YouTube. She probably got some book links in the damn description. And they selling books and shit. And these books might as well be mythological literature because they are not applicable guidelines that can liberate the people. And if they were, why would you sell them? That part, I'm gonna win this debate no matter what you do. I'm gonna win this debate. No matter what you do. Because if you say, well, these books will help black people, then why didn't you give it out for free? And everybody had a bag now. Well, he gotta get money. Hold up, ain't your book said if we all read it, we gonna get black power and economics? You gonna get the money on the back end. Cause after all the black folks read your book, we gonna have that bag, and then you know you good. Cause look at how many trillionaires and billionaires that's black that's gonna say, man, I wouldn't have that money if I wouldn't have read that brother's free book. But no, niggas is paying for your book and it ain't even giving them no money. That part, I bet you. Now let's argue. If you thought your book was gonna give niggas the bag, you would have gave niggas the book. I don't trust none of these scammers out here talking about, you know, you need to go read black economics and black financial this and black money and black crypto, Bitcoin, black the black economic, you know, all that shit, man. It's a pipe dream.
We see how it ended up, right? You know, study your history. But you know, so Doc, I think that sometimes, and that's what I say, I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel. Like we're just going in one circle. So I'm like, okay, they tried this in the 1700s. That didn't happen. And then we tried getting 1800s and 1900s. And here we are in 2023 having the same discussions about the same thing. I'm tired, Dr.
You know what I don't get, y'all? How the hell is she tired? Like, think about it. She said we tried it in the 1600s. We tried it in the 1700s. We tried it in the 1800s. And I'm tired of doing it now. I'm tired. You didn't try it in the 2000s yet. How is she tired because of something that a nigga in the 1600s did? And I mean, we did it in the 1700s. I wasn't born yet. No, I ain't had my turn to do it yet. I'm not tired yet. I didn't get my turn yet. What are you talking about? You know, nothing is more disrespectful than a person that's living in today's easy-ass society with all these pampering gadgets talking about they're tired because of something that a generation in the past did. That's a shame. Why don't you do what they did, then say you tired? You tired because you read about what the fuck they did? How are you tired and you ain't do it yet, though? All of them did it. She named that shit as if she's fucking 6,000 years old sitting in that chair. How old is my aunt? Because if she was around in the 1700s, then goddamn, she about 3,000 and something around this bitch. She said, we tried it in the 1700s, and I'm tired now. No, we never tried. They tried it. That's like saying we got our ass beat during slavery and my back hurt. My back don't hurt. They didn't beat me yet. Why you so tired? We ain't done it yet. You can't be tired because of another man's work. That's like, goddamn it, your husband get off work and you say, we've been working hard all day. I'm tired. And he like, wait a minute, I've been working hard. You what the fuck going on here now?
Wimbush. Like, I'm tired. And Dr. Baba Baruti, he calls it revolutionary burnout. And he said it happened.
How do you got revolutionary burnout and we ain't done it yet? How are you burnt out based on the actions of what people was doing in the 1700s, 1800s, and all that?
Stupid.
How are you burnt out? You ain't, that's like saying we've been picking cotton for 400 years and like all these blisters is just killing my hands right now. Like, there are no blisters on these hands, and I'm from Alabama, but my people pick cotton. I ain't had my turn yet. I can't be, well, this is crazy.
Happens. But I'm like, we have the same, we're fighting the same fight. It's the same fight, and it's 2023.
Guess what? Some wars go on for hundreds of years. Welcome to life, welcome to reality. That's why women don't rule the world, and I'm not trying to be misogynistic. Salutes to the ladies out there. But this right here is why women don't rule the world. Because they tired of fighting too quick. That's why get to the side and let the men who ain't exhausted yet keep the fight going. Because whether you tired or not, your enemy gonna keep on fighting, sister. I hope you know, Dr. Ma'at, that enemy don't care how tired you is. He's been fighting just as long as you, and I don't hear white women saying they're tired. Facts. It take two to tangle. And if we've been battling against these people for all this time, why is it the black women throwing in the towel saying they tired first? I don't want to hear you exhausted. This war can go on for a couple more generations. The last thing I want to hear from any brother or sister that know that we at war is that you tired of fighting. Because the moment you get tired of fighting, you're going to be ready to submit and compromise and forfeit the war. And that's what y'all doing with these 5013Cs. You've already waved your white flag, Dr. Ma'at. And everybody that doing what you doing. Y'all already assimilated with the system, with the STEM and all that. All this shit. You copped out. You don't want to fight the enemy. You want to help him build a better world with STEM. We've been stopped wanting to fight our enemy. They created a whole nother generation that want to be trained by their enemy so that they can build the plantations of the future.
It gets frustrating sometimes.
It's not that frustrating, and I'm not tired. Like you projecting because you really just want to say, you know what, I'm tired of fighting the powers that be. Ain't no more revolutionary energy in me. I just now want to play with gadgets and build bridges and work with the enemy to build a new infrastructure in his society. I don't want to compete with him. I want to outsource my future generation of children for his new agenda of how he's seeing the world in 2100. It ain't that, she's so tired. It's that she want y'all to be tired of trying to fight this war. I'm frustrated. I'm keeping in mind, we just started fighting it in our generation. If our ancestors can see us complaining, saying we tired and frustrated, they'll roll over in their grave laughing. These people was getting beat down in the street. They couldn't even look at the white man in his eyes, and you talk about you tired and you frustrated. All that whole big ass bookshelf behind you, and not one of them books giving you no motivation, inspiration, and warrior-like mentality to continue fighting this fight. You got all of them books on your bookshelf, but you tired of fighting your enemy. You can't open up one of them books and get a boost of motivation to continue this fight, because it's not going to stop because you're tired. Your enemy going to keep striking at you. So who cares about your tiredness? I hate to sound harsh, but I was in the military. And the last thing I want to hear on the battlefield is the nigga next to me say, man, I'm tired. No shit, bro. We're in the Middle East with backpacks on. It's 150 degrees in Baghdad. Why don't you shut up, bro? I'm trying to ignore, quit with it. Wouldn't that annoy you? I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm frustrated, and we at war. Your whining ain't gonna stop them bombs from going off from your enemy. I don't want to hear that you're tired. I want to hear that you're prepared. I need to know that you're ready to go. The enemy's not gonna stop. I don't hear other races sitting around expressing how they so tired and frustrated with fighting against their enemy. Even if they is, they ain't gonna let it be known publicly. It's a poker face. Yes, we've been fighting for a long time. Welcome to life, though. It's people in the Middle East that's been fighting wars for generations. Welcome to life. You just started.
Just laying out some stuff. And no, I ain't read that. Have you read Blueprint for Black Power? We are in 2020.
And we know why y'all ain't ready to really do nothing that's really gonna be a threat to this system. We know y'all ain't.
3, having the same discussions about the same thing. I'm tired, Dr. Wimbush.
Well, if the shit still exists, then we got to keep talking about it. And no matter how tired you is of talking about it, it still exists. And the moment you get tired, guess what you do? Take a break. Go shut your channel down for about a week. Go on vacation. Go to Africa. Let them Nigerians massage your feet. But don't be online telling the world how tired you is. That ain't motivating for your people. And I got to tell the truth. That's not motivating to hear for a young black man from a black woman and who knowing that these folks trying to exterminate her people every day. to hear you. Even if you feel that way, do that shit in a corner. That is so fucking just, cause it's not gonna stop. Like that's just, it's bad for morale for the warriors you raising up. They're tired too, but in the military, that's when we start doing a Jody and a chant. We got who y'all. We got at your tiredest point is at our crunkest point, cause we gotta block out the exhaustion, and we just start getting crunk, you know, and on some and motivate each other. But if the man next to you start complaining, that bring the whole squad down.
I'm tired. And Dr. Baba Baruti, he calls it revolutionary burnout.
Ain't no such thing as revolutionary burnout. That's called revolutionary cop-out.
Oh, my God.
That's called revolutionary sellout.
Oh, my God.
A nigga can't tell me that they burnt out with the revolution when every rap song talking about the struggle and what's going on. We ain't tired of rapping about it. The revolution will not be televised, right? We ain't tired of going live about it. We tired of physically engaging into a revolution, even though we never engaged into a revolution. It happened in the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. Now we burnt out today, even though you never had a dog sick on you. You never been sprayed by a hose pipe. How the hell is Dr. Ma'at burnt out when she got a 5013C program with these same people? When the people back in the day couldn't even get them programs with them white folks. They was getting lynched in the street. Them was the people that was burnt out. Every day they walked out of their house, they had to be worried about getting lynched or beat. That'll burn you out. And now our generation today talking about y'all got revolutionary burnout and you so tired when y'all got iPhones and iPads and YouTube and all this shit, and you can say whatever you want on it and the white man ain't gonna get mad. Back in the day, some of the shit that Charleston White saying on YouTube would have got his ass lynched and beat and murdered in the South. But we burnt out though. But y'all burnt out. I'm gonna drop the link now because I think we at our, we over 2 hours. Shit. I supposed to drop the link at the 2 hour mark.
Oh, my God.
Y'all get the point. Let me drop the link, man. You get the point. We're gonna do a drawing today. If you purchased a ticket for the, if you purchased a ticket, right, for the TAMS Summit, we're gonna do a drawing today. And the people that win, we're going to give you either, I was going to give out hoodies. I'm going to give out t-shirts because it's getting, it's definitely not hoodie time. I don't know what I was thinking. Unless you want it, you can let me know. When you tell me your size, let me do something. Let me do something. And we'll let callers on while I get my wheel together to do my drawing. Salutes to the first caller here, Mr. Ross. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but he connecting his audio. Salutes to your brother. Thanks for being on camera. Let me drop a bomb. We really prefer you guys to come up on camera. Whenever he get his mic set up, we'll go to him. But right now I need to check my emails and get my list. I hear your mic now. Salutes, brother. Mic check. How you doing?
What it is, Sanchez, plenty much, man. Plenty much, man. You know, I've been watching for a minute, man. How these folks tired, man? These people can't be tired, dog. That shit don't make no sense. I put in the chat,
None.
man, 166 years ago, man, when Arminta Ross was rolling around helping them slaves escape, man. Ain't no way you tired. We didn't win the game. You still got more running to play. How you win?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy as hell. In that same video, the cat Mr. Winbush started talking about flat earthers and how, you know, it's crazy, it's dangerous, and it's, you know, it's a shame, blase, blase. I'm so pressed for time now, I didn't even get to that part. But he didn't really get into the flat earth other than, you know, he don't agree with it, it's wrong, boom, 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 it's, and all that. But that's what I really wanted to segue to with the, if there's any globalists in the chat room, come on up and we can talk about this flat earth thing, because that's gonna hang over my head in these arguments. We already know it. Salutes to you, man. Let me see if I can find my list. I'm tripping now. I got to do a drawing today. You could have the floor though, and I'm gonna drop the link for more people to join.
Oh, for sure, man. I don't understand, man. That shit don't make no sense, man. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't got no leaders out here truly organizing brothers and sisters around, you know, the world doing anything for real. Like that's gonna truly touch every inch of our youth for their future. You know what I'm saying? Like that generational wealth or whatever that stuff is. You know what I mean? They ain't nobody doing that, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me.
Good shit. I just wanted to hop on and say that, man. I've been in your chat for a minute. You know, I don't never really come up, man. But when you said motherfucker said she was tired, I said, man, what the hell? I gotta come up for that one.
And since I got my numbers high right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this drawing, y'all. Don't go nowhere, because if you bought a ticket to the summit, you might win, right? Doing a giveaway. So I'm gonna do that right now. Salutes to Sister Betty. How you doing, Sister Betty?
Hey, bro, I'm listening in.
Yeah, salutes to Sister Betty jumping on, and Young Q as well.
Yeah, I got some little heat to say, and people probably gonna get mad. Well, people my age era,
yeah, let them get
probably
mad.
gonna get mad. Well, the problem is, you know, what the brother was saying. You know, when you were speaking about the general wealth for the future, and you know the whole reparations thing. You know, it's like our people between the age, a lot of them, and I'm not saying all of them, between the age of, I want to say 35 and 55 is running around here angry, bro, Sanchez, right? And wanting reparations and shit. A lot of them ain't doing a damn thing. They just a bunch of angry, broke ass people that ain't doing shit in their life. And there's so much opportunity out here, and they're so busy running after reparations instead of enhancing their education and skills, and trying to and lacking, you know, the ability to open up a damn business. So now, what's the next step should we do? Let's go and rag on the white man so they could give us some fucking reparations. They're outdated. They're outdated in technology and everything. And half of them can't even fucking teach their kids schoolwork. And I'm just sick of it. I'm just like to the point where I'm going to move in my own lane and just work with my tribe, because they really fucking killing me. I'm serious. They don't even help their kids with their schoolwork. They think it's the white teacher's job to teach their kid everything, math, reading, everything. And then they getting angry about some shit from the fucking 1800s. None of they black asses wasn't there. And now they jumping up yelling, I want reparation for what? You ain't even did shit in your life. You ain't even finished 8th grade. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I'm spazzing right now.
Yeah, but Sister Betty, the only thing that qualifies a person to receive reparations. Hold on a sec. Hey guys, I'm gonna let everybody get in, but y'all make sure when y'all come in that you know your background where we can hear you and stuff. Salutes to the panel. Hey, but check this out, y'all. I'm letting other people in too. Who we got? Trying to see here because I'm screen sharing. I got a lot going. My bad. So check it out, y'all. Just to finish though. Yeah, Sister Betty, the only thing that qualifies a person for reparations is if they can trace their lineage back to slavery on this land. And nothing else they need to qualify them. And that's why I always say when this because this conversation ain't a bunch of niggas who just begging for handouts. The black groups that engaged into the reparations conversation, they understand we ain't gonna get them. Now, there may have been certain groups that was optimistic and thought we were at a certain point, but the conversation was never a conversation that these groups engaged in thinking we would get reparations. What they was intentionally looking for was political power with the conversation of reparations. A lot of people who ain't really just research how deep it go don't understand the chess game, because these groups did not initiate the reparations conversation. Politicians did. They initiated it in these seats of power to gain favor among black people. And black people started to vote for a lot of these politicians just because they was talking about reparations. I like what this white man's saying about reparations. Whether they gonna get it or not, it don't matter. Just because the white politician talking about it, he get the vote. So you had a bunch of black groups form say, wait a minute, don't give them your vote just for talking about it. At least let them give it to you, then get the vote. And that's how you got the conversation. And that's where we at now. No vote, no reparations. That's how it started. No reparations, no vote. That's basically how that was founded. It was a response to somebody trying to profit politically off of a narrative that they knew they weren't gonna do. They knew they weren't gonna give us reparations, but they brought it up on a political screen to get votes for people. It's no different than a politician saying, you know, we're gonna give black people this or that, but they know they ain't gonna give it to them. Just by them saying they gonna give it to them, niggas gonna vote for them. And it be groups formed around that. It's black groups that say, look, they said they was gonna create after school programs, anti-violence programs, and they didn't do it. So don't vote for them until they do what they said, what they talking about doing. And that was no different with the reparations and the FBA shit. They talking about it. They getting votes for talking about it. Hold the votes. Let's make them actually do it first.
Sanchez, I'm not sure if you're aware, nephew, but Sheila Jackson's ass put that on the table. The HR 40 committee was established. She's the one who put the bill on the table for it to get on the agenda. And from that point out, they created the HR 40 committee. And it was only to study it. They didn't say they was giving nobody shit. It was just a bill to study the slavery of African Americans. And one of the things you had to meet was you had to prove that you was a descendant of an African slave. And can't no Negroes in the U.S., North America, prove that they had a descendant of Africa that was a slave. Because number one, Africa was not used back in the word Africa wasn't even used back in the damn 1600s and the 1400s or at all. The 1619 project was a group of damn white people that came here on a slave boat and they got the schedules up. All white people. And they got white slavery in the 1900s. I got all the court cases from the 1900s for white slavery. There was prostituting white women, Negroes and whites. I got all the court cases from a whole bunch of court cases from the 1910, 1911. So I would really like to see these Pan-Africans prove that they have an African ancestor that was a slave. And two, they need to remember ain't no fucking DNA test is being admitted in no state or federal courts. So I say good luck to their asses. They just making a mess and they're willing to sell out their true identity to get some fucking money that they ain't even getting. And they can't even prove it. I'll never sell out my true identity. Because when they get the money, guess what? If they do, they ain't getting it. They're going to spend it right back in the fucking economy. Where you going to spend it at? Over in Beirut somewhere?
Listen,
Sister
Betty. When they talk about reparations, right? Is if the American government enslaved any of your ancestors, that ain't really specific to Africans though, because they enslaved a lot of copper-colored people who didn't come over here on ships but still hung on trees.
In that document, Sanchez, I shit you not, they have to prove that they were descendants of African slaves.
And guess what? And that need to be the argument that FBA and ADOS need to be bringing up too. And that's what I think that Tariq Nasheed addressed. Because when he say foundational Black Americans, he's saying that we were slaves, right? But not from Africa, not the transatlantic slave trade. I would never deny slavery. Some people go so far because they don't understand slavery happened in reverse. And then it later, the tables turned to the people we enslaved, enslaving us. And they didn't bring us over here. We brought them over here. And salutes to Dane Calloway. I never want to say a man's research without giving them credit, because I know a lot of y'all going to be like, nigga, that's Dane Calloway shit. Yes, okay. I'm going to give him his...
Yeah, but where Tariq fucked up at is changing the damn name, the foundational. That ain't going to stand in court, even if he put a definition to it. Because what they're going to do in the court is say, you don't have a right to name an identity. You don't have a right in court to identify people and put a definition into it, because they're going to tell you the definitions are in the law books of defining. He don't have the power to define people. So say I'm dizzy all you want in the chat room, but I say to you this, I know my shit as a specialist of 37 years legal, but I just say good luck to him. That's all I'm saying.
And we need people like Sister Betty to let us know the cons of it. That's all she doing. So I ain't hating on that.
Bro, may I chime in, brother? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, all I'm just gonna say is just watch when the white people walk in there and say, I want my fucking check, because then that's when they're gonna come out and tell you they the real Africans. I'm just waiting, but I'm just gonna let that sit right there for a minute.
Facts.
May I chime in, you guys? Yo.
My mic was muted. Salutes to Citizen Man for sure. Take it over. You got it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, to build off of what Sister Bethany was saying, I'm glad she brought that up about Tariq Nasheed and the definitions in the law books, because the legal definition of foundation, I don't know it per se, but it's not what Tariq is assigning to it. So there's a possibility. I'm not saying this is what the case is, but there's a possibility that Tariq Nasheed could also be one of those infiltrators meant to steer people away from actually fighting the real fight and getting real results in terms of the reparations fight. And the reason why I believe they brought up the whole back to African theory and made that the narrative is because, and just like Sister Bethy said, in the legislation, they put African slaves because they know they weren't any African slaves. So if they weren't any African slaves, there's no way for you to ever prove that you were a descendant of one of them, which means you'll never get your reparations. You'll be spinning your wheels forever. Another thing that I wanted to add to it too is I believe that you guys fighting, because I wasn't born in this country, but I grew up here. I came here as a small child and I spent my whole life here. And I've been, privy to the history, the counter narrative and all that. But what I would like to add is in the reparations demands, I think that what also should be added is the stolen land that happened after slavery. I think that should also be included too, because those are all injustices that were never, never made right. Because it's not about financial compensation. It's not about, like Bro Sanchez said, handouts. It's about justice. That's what it is. That's all I got.
But the same thing, Citizen Man, the stolen land. Who did they steal the land from?
Right. No, I'm talking about the incidents that happened after the abolishment of slavery. Because during slavery, the reparations for what happened during slavery would encompass all of that. But if you just stop it at slavery, then when slavery was abolished, they can make the case that, well, slavery was abolished, so nobody was a slave after that, so he ain't getting shit for that. But they were still injustices that took place well into the 20th century that also deserve justice.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
I'll put another thing in your ear. I have the actual case law where it states that the land was stolen from the Negroes and not the Indians. And first of all, you got to know who the Indian is. They ain't nothing but a light-skinned nigga. But let's move from there. Let's go. I got the case law.
So Sister
Wait,
Bethy,
so what's the difference?
Hold on. So clip. Go ahead.
What do you mean? What's the
I'm
difference?
saying because you're saying that, it was stolen from the Negro, not the Indian. Can you explain that more for me?
If Brother Sanchez want me to, I'll do it because I do not want to speak out of turn.
Well, no, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Okay, I'm telling you, it's this. They made a separation. What they did was divided our people. If I had a baby by a white man, right? Now I'm deemed a Negro on my land according to the white man's terminology in their corporation, the 50 states. I'm considered a Negro. If I have a baby by a white man and my baby come out with more of its European features, that's deemed the Indian. If it comes out with more of the Negro features, but some of the white features, it's deemed a colored baby. And then they switched it up and said, oh, fuck it. All Indians are colored. So that's the way that goes. But when you had more of your European features, you were deemed the Indian because you looked more white. You had the straight hair, you had the skin complexion. That was deemed the Indian. And if you look on the Dawes Roads and all the tribes, ain't nothing in there but white people running them because all of them said that they had a nigger granny and grandpa 8 generations back.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that. I get it now.
So what about the mulatto, Sister Bethy? Because I know that when they mixed also with the white man, they called the children mulatto. I have some family members in mine.
Because a mulatto has more of the Negro features, even if it's light-skinned. Like you could be beautifully light-skinned, right? All right, take for example, what's his name? The rapper, the real cute one. What's his name? He's very popular.
I don't know, cute rap.
I do. The one with Nicki Minaj dancing.
Drake?
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's a mulatto. And he's very light, but he has more of his Negro features, which despite the fact that he's light, but he's gorgeous as hell. A mulatto could be any race that has Negro in them. You could be Chinese and have like Tiger Woods. He has a lot of his Asian features, but his skin tone is more of that of a Negro. So he's a mulatto.
So they don't count in the reparations?
Hell no, you look too much like a nigga.
So check this out. The freedmen, right? Explain that, break that down, because they said that Abraham Lincoln.
I don't know if Brother Sanchez want me to do this because there's a lot of people on the panel. I didn't really come up here for this.
Yeah, because I mean, I do want to debate. I want to talk to people who are anti-reparations or anti-flat earth or pro-Pan-African. Like, that's what we really want to do for real.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. I was just trying to see if so if there's anybody in the chat.
I don't want to answer any more questions about this. I came up here for what Brother Sanchez just asked about. It wants to talk about seriously.
Okay. Just get with me on the crops.
Yeah.
I still want to do that with you. All right. Love you.
And salutes to Sister Bethy for her expertise as well. And to y'all for y'all questions. But I'm gonna see if there's anybody in the chat room that want to join. And anybody on the call that want the mic, go ahead.
Salutes, bro.
What's good, Water Walker? Salutes.
I got a question, Brother Sanchez.
Yeah, you got it, my sister.
Okay. Salute to everybody on the channel. I watch you guys all the time. I am here in Mississippi. And I have a question because I hear a lot of times people, and you've done it tonight, Sanchez. I have a 501c3. I'm considered a public charity. And I just want to get some clarification, like, is it wrong to have a 501c3 and help and serve in your community? I don't receive anything from the government. But I just want, because I'm new at my 501c3, and I want to get a clarity on what actually is going to help in my community. So my 501c is only 2 years old. So, and I have an academy and a nursery program. So is the wrong route?
Hold on. You let me cut your video off. You breaking up bad. There you go. You got you cut your video off and it'll help your audio. It's breaking up a little bit, but go ahead. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just wondering, was that the right way to go?
Oh, well, look, I'm not going to tell nobody what's wrong or right, and I don't want to give off the vibes like simply having a 501c mean you can't help. It's just that what happens is this. Simply having a church don't mean you can't help. Having that, but when people sell it off like this is the fucking like this the holy grail, you overhype it. And my thing is there's only so much that the church can do. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much the mosque can do. And guess what? When everybody add that up, I'm just saying I'm not optimistic to think that it's gonna be enough to get us over the hump. Because
I totally agree. This is my little part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just because I heard you a couple of times tonight. I'm a nerd. I'm a book nerd, but I don't expound on my library or anything like that. But I just wanted to come in and say that I do appreciate what you're doing in our community in Mississippi, because we do listen to you. We're just trying to get it together, and that's all I have to say on that.
And my thing is like just to the 501c thing, right? A lot of the gangs, criminals, drug dealers have used the 501c route on some real money laundering sort of. I ain't fit even go into all that. They've a lot of.
You are absolutely right, because I've seen that even growing up here in Mississippi, where people have abused it and really did a lot of money laundering. I've seen that personally here in my community here in Mississippi with 501c3. You're absolutely right.
And my thing is like you know, a lot of them got little they're grifter coalitions full of guys that can siphon money out to people like these pastors in big churches. And so, but not all of them are like that. Some people are legit. Like I work for a charity organization, Catholic Charities, and a lot of people got on their feet through that organization. If you was down in life and you needed a hand to get up, it is some 501c programs that I know for a fact, if your ass buckle down, you'll be all right. I'm talking about it's programs out here, man, that's nonprofit that'll take addicts and shit and have them being a chef within a few years and shit. If they go through the program, stay clean, they gonna pay for your school, they gonna give you, and your ass will put you in a spot. I was like, damn, they got all this shit out here. But yeah, but you got to have a curfew. You can't come in at drunk. They gonna breathalyze you every night. And a lot of people don't take advantage of that shit just because of that. They still wanna be, you know what I'm saying? Because I worked at a shelter where I saw a lot of people go through that shelter and batter themselves who was down. And it was a nonprofit 501c, right? And a lot of folks just, you know, they ain't take advantage of it. But my thing is like, when they say nonprofit, they actually profit like a motherfucker. Let me put that on the table, which ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. Let me put this on the table. I want to be a 501c. You know why? I don't feel like they should be taxing me for donations that y'all giving me. This is donation.
That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right.
So I want to be a 501c. I'm not saying because a person got a 501c, they're a scammer, they wrong. No shit, I want one. I'm just pointing it out that a lot of the people that be very fucking vocal about the system, right? And they go along with this agenda that gave them the 501c. Like, I'm going to get me a 501c and I'm going to still be popping all of my anti-NASA, anti-globe earth, anti-system shit. I'm not going to set my 501c up in a way where it's something now where I got to be subscribed to a certain body of literature out of my mouth, because that's what happens a lot of time, and it's easy for me to expose that. Because if you say, look, I'm gonna start a 501c and it's gonna really be helping a lot of UNESCO agendas, right? And I'm gonna bring forth African literacy. I'm gonna teach brothers about, right? You can do that, right? And basically you would now have to go on a mission of telling motherfuckers who they are to justify your 501c, if that makes sense. Because you can start like a Hebrew Israelite 501c, Moorish one, church one. But when you do that, you know, you lock yourself in a certain box. But a lot of niggas, like what I was saying is like a lot of people that start nonprofits, they ain't really religious organizations, but they nonprofit may have a religious name and shit like that. I've even saw that before, because it'll be better for business. But it's a lot of little games and, you know, different things I could talk about. I ain't gonna hog the mic though.
I just want to clear that up. And to the second part of the topic that I wanted to speak about, and when Miss Betsy was speaking, I can only speak for myself. I have two biracial girls. They're Asian and black, but we consider ourselves to be black. Okay, They don't have a lot of black features. They have the Asian features. But I mean, in this day and time, to us, it doesn't matter. You know, we're originally here. None of my people were slaves. So I don't teach my children enslavement or any of that. They were homeschooled. They're, I mean, it's about the education and not the indoctrination. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I don't teach them that either.
So let me ask you something. You've done your genealogy to find out that none of your people were slaves in this land?
Yes, through my ancestors, yes. My grandmother just passed. She was 94, and she has tons and tons of paperwork. I have not did any blood work. My daughter has did the genealogy test.
But you got people in your family before you who can attest that a history of slavery was in your family at some point in the past?
No.
So none of your black lineage can ever say that they can relate to a whip hanging in their backs or a white man.
No.
Okay,
No.
you know, guess what? There were a lot of black people who can't relate to who ain't got nothing to do with slavery, and there were a lot of black people who was picking con, getting beat, getting hung, you know, getting tortured. And to me, this is just proof that it was more of a class thing, because that's why I stopped saying the white man so much.
Yes. Hey, Brother Sanchez, I would like to calm people down, you know, especially in your audience. Can I get a share screen? So I want the honor and privilege of you to read this for your audience. That I know my shit when I'm talking about the Indian and the Negro, aka the black man. I just want you to read it. And then after this, I'm pretty much done. Primary sources. All right. And I want you to read it. Let me share it right now, right from the Library of Congress.
And if anybody in the chat want to join who think that, you know, I'm lacking some knowledge on slavery, just remember I'm from Alabama. My folks marched in Selma. We can talk about it. Click the link.
You go, boy. I got it up right here. I just got to click the right damn.
Information and Brother Sanchez.
Oh, here it is. Right here. Damn. Go ahead, Brother Sanchez. I do got it up, but it's right here. I don't know why I'm not sharing right. Where are you? Can you see this, Brother Sanchez?
I can see that you sharing. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You see the Library of Congress?
Yeah.
This is the Dallas Daily Hero in June 23rd, 1887. All right. And you can just take it from here, because we ain't even got to go through all that. All right, here we go. You can read this little passage, and y'all can get this right off it. It's this primary source, because this article was written in the time that it was happening. But read it, start from As the Negroes. Bro Sanchez.
Okay. As the Negroes and Indians worked side by side on a farm and in the shops, their natural traits are conspicuously illustrated. The Indian is the quicker, the more agile on a spurt, but his black brother has vastly more staying power. His black brother. His
who? You sure about that?
That's what
That's not a misprint, is it?
There you go.
Oh, but finish it up. The Indian. Go ahead. The Indian. You already read that. The Indian right here.
I see. The Indian is the quicker, the more agile on a spurt, but it's black. Okay, yeah. The Indian has the more able and nimble legs, but the Negro is better developed in the chest and arms, all because of very obvious. Okay.
I'm done. I'm not going from there. I'm done. And you know, I'm too far gone into this, and I don't have time to pussyfoot. My work is I'm all about research. It's what I do, and and I just ain't got time to be playing with people that ain't picked up a fucking book or nothing in life to research our history as a people. But the
And it's
Indian
sad
is
thing,
nothing but
so
a light-skinned person that they only got that identity as Indian because they have more of their European features. That's it.
Well, look,
But I'm done.
I want to show you. Now, hold
I
on.
agree,
Now,
Sister
hold on.
Becky.
Hold on. Now,
Bro Sanchez,
hold
I
on a
have a
second.
question. I
Hold
have a
your.
question for
I'm
Can
not
y'all hear
answering
me?
no more questions.
Can
I'm
y'all
done.
hear
This
me
ain't
real
my
quick?
channel.
Hold on a
I hear
second.
you.
Cool. Hey, Sister Betty, I want to ask you what year that was. That's all. What year that from that article?
That was 1887, Brother Sanchez, and I'll send you the link. I got hundreds of them.
Okay. 18 in the 1800s. And we finna do
1887.
our span in a minute too. Okay, cool. Now look, let's talk about the Indian being and with what we just described right in that picture. Here's something that I want y'all to consider. We thinking that the Indian is basically a mulatto or a mixed person. And that's why they was calling them the Indian, and they was more lamb, more petite than a robust black guy. The truth is this right here, right? The Indian was most lamb, right? And this debatable. Let me just do my thing. The Indian is more lamb because they was practicing yoga. They was sitting Indian style. To even sit like this, you can't be thick as hell. You got to be a limb. See, these Olmecs, when you study these statues, you'll see some of them look like Gucci Mane. Let me pull them up. Hold on. Let me just get this out and then we'll pass it around. I like these kind of bills. So these guys right here, like, let me show you here. This guy here. Now, it's a lot of black guys in America put some gold teeth in his mouth. Man, that's Gucci all day, right?
Thanks.
So my thing is like, this is the upper robust body black one that they was talking about. But then you'll see some of these Olmecs that's like this fella, that's lean, that's like what they describe for the lighter ones. So look, then the Nation of Islam talked about this Asiatic black culture. And I've heard this from, what was the guy name made that powerful lecture? I uploaded it several times about the black Sambo. But here's what they don't want to talk about, y'all. They don't never tell us about the Khmer Empire. They always got us looking at Egypt and America. But watch this, though. This was one of the most advanced I'm talking about y'all make the Egyptians look slow. And when you start looking at the way that they was building their architecture over here, it resembles everything we see in South America. The step pyramids and rigid style, Asiatic sort of vibe that see, and look, this don't look like Bruce Lee and them. They call this the Black Buddha. These were Negro Asiatic black people. They call them Nagas or Nagas. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, that this is something we need to consider. They don't talk about this, right? But this is a missing link to some shit. Even the word nigga, they trying to ban the word nigga. Why? Because it links back to this group of people right here, y'all. So,
Nagas, yes.
Yeah. So look, I'm telling you, once y'all look into this shit, this whole city, Angkor Wat, was a electric city that was powering itself based on the water that you see in front of it. It had running water, electricity, and it's one of the most ingenious designs of all the empires. And this thing was basically a big ass power plant. Angkor Wat to harness energy, because Watt is energy. Anchor is harness it to anchor to harness energy. Anchor to Watt. So I've done a documentaries on it, but I'm telling y'all, these people were called serpent people because they understood the knowledge of electricity and the sine wave, and they were black kings in some of the literature. They didn't come from Africa, y'all. And people could say, well, the Olmecs took this knowledge over there to Cambodia and Southeast Asia. Maybe that's true. Or maybe they brought it here. I ain't gonna argue that. I'm just saying it's something to look into as far as this link of that we read in the newspaper on why it was two different types. It was already cultures already uniting, forming like a United Nations on the earth. And they came and divided all of those cultures up against each other today, and they forming their own United Nations among the slave masters. But they still got the slaves arguing about identity, land, and reparations and shit like that.
Peace, bro Sanchez. I guess I have a statement and I have a question. Okay, so I wanted to say to Sister Bethy, like, I appreciate what the information that Sister Bethy is providing, and you yourself as well. I guess for me, I feel like instead of saying what everybody don't know, or assume what people are knowledgeable of or not knowledgeable of, whatever it is you feel that you can provide to help people to learn, then you should just provide that instead of assuming that everybody just don't know. Don't put us in a box. You understand? Like, if it's something,
okay, first
like,
of all, I didn't put nobody in no box.
Don't get offended.
What you're saying instead of putting everybody in a box, I
No,
don't put
what I'm
nobody
saying
in
is,
no boxes. I
listen
just
to what
make
I'm
my
saying,
statement.
Sister Bethy. Sister
I
Bethy,
actually
I don't
wanna
mean no
even talk about
disrespect.
it.
I
I
don't mean
really
no
don't.
disrespect. Peace, sister. I don't mean no disrespect. What I'm saying is, when you preference your statements with people don't know this or everybody know this, you understand?
Yeah, but I'm talking
Like,
about a specific people. I don't
okay,
know
but what
you.
I'm saying is,
But okay, but what I'm telling you
that
is
on
I don't
when you
know you, so
when you
I'm not
say that
talking
on
to
a
you.
chat, when you
Okay,
say
but
that when you
yeah,
say
but
that
I'm
on
talking
when
to
you say that
specific
on a
people.
channel,
I'm talking to
you
specific people, not you.
listen to what I'm saying. When you
No,
on
I
a
don't want to
channel,
listen. I
Sister
really want to.
Bethy,
I really
you are
want
speaking
to
in
listen to
general.
Brother
Everybody
Sanchez.
is listening to
No,
you.
there's people in the chat that I'm speaking to specifically.
Okay, well,
And
maybe
if you
you
look in
should
the chat,
address them directly,
if you look
because
in the
I'm
chat,
listening
that's
to
what
you.
I've been doing since
When
I've been in the
I'm
chat, like I'm doing
listening
now.
to you,
Do
when
you
I'm
see?
listening to you, and
Okay,
you make
but
when you make general
all right,
statements,
critical. But I'm
I'm
not talking to you.
assuming that you're
Okay,
speaking to
all right. So
everyone.
don't assume no more, because I'm not talking to you. How about that? Don't assume
Okay,
no more.
well,
I'm not talking
okay,
to you.
well,
So
can I
now
ask you
I'm
this?
saying you.
Whatever resources
Actually,
that you have
I
that you
don't
can
want to
help
talk.
us.
I
Okay, so
actually don't want to talk, sis. I'm really
that's
good right
fine.
now.
You don't
All
have
right.
to, but
Thank
I'm
you.
just asking
Thank
you
you,
because
sister. Thank
it's
you.
all peace. It's all peace with me. What I'm asking you is, if there's any information that you have that you feel like would be helpful for us that want to learn, that don't mind researching, if you could just share whatever resources that you have, or tell us whatever links that you have to send us to, so that we can learn, because there are a lot of us out there that want to learn, that want to know, and don't mind doing the research, that don't mind helping ourselves. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking
go live
you. I
every
don't
other
mean no,
day.
it's all
Subscribe to my
love. You my
channel, and I
sister. You
I
my
go
sister.
live
I
every
love
other
you.
day.
I don't mean no
If
disrespect.
you want to subscribe to my channel, I give this information out every other day. I put all the information out there.
Okay, I don't
hide
mind that.
nothing from my people.
I reach out to your
It's
channel.
the
That's
arrogant
what's up.
ones that I be cussing out. You don't appear arrogant to me, so I'm not talking to you. But I got a lot of brothers who's angry because I'm a brown woman. I happen to have a lot of knowledge in law, and motherfuckers don't like it, especially when they get shut down like acid reflex in they motherfucking traps. So I'm a woman, and I got to be a warrior, and I got to stand up to these dogs.
I feel you on that, and I'm with you all the way.
So most people that know me are subscribed to my channel, and they know that I openly give them information.
I will subscribe to your channel, and to everybody that's listening, that's what everybody should do that want to learn and want to gain whatever knowledge that Sister Bethy has to offer. And that goes for anybody that's on Bro Sanchez's channel. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn whatever it is that they know or whatever it is that they talking about, to go to their channel and subscribe and hit whatever links that they have and access whatever resources that they have so that you can learn whatever it is that they are speaking about. That's the only point that I was getting at. Peace.
And Don, my generation didn't fail. The generation before me did. What is called the boomer generation. But luckily, I had a mind of my own as a kid, and I got 3 motherfucking master's degrees, and I help everybody. And all my sisters here in the North, we all work. We have jobs. I ain't never been on welfare assistance. I got pride. I ain't never collect food stamps and never use daycare center money. I handle my own because that's the way my father made me. He made me to be a strong, independent woman. And I'm still that today. I got my own shit. I don't ask no nigga and nobody for nothing.
Well, kudos to you. I wish I was that one that grew up with a father in my life to lead me, you know what I'm saying, like that, but I didn't. And I don't have no pride or nothing like that. I've been in situations where I had to rely on government assistance or whatever, but I'm still a very intelligent woman and I'm still about being independent, but I love my brothers. So please,
I'm not
brothers,
knocking nobody, but there's
brothers
somebody
on the
in
panel,
the chat
don't
that's
get it
talking shit
twisted.
to me, and I'm responding back to that
against
person.
y'all or nothing like that. But I agree with you. You know, we are all, you know, women who still thrive and strive to maintain our communities and stuff like that. We are all, you know, warrior goddesses and stuff like that. And we stand together. And I stand with you. I love you.
Thank you, sis. But just understand, I'm not talking to you. There's somebody in the chat that I know is probably a pan boo-boo, and they follow me around every YouTube channel I go to. So please, again, understand, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this pig in the chat room that's mad.
And I want to make an announcement. If you're a Pan-African, a globe birther, or somebody against reparations, please click the link. Click the link and come on up. We're going to let you have the floor. And salutes to Citizen Man. Make sure y'all sub up to Citizen Man's channel, by the way, as well, man. He just hung himself up. So yeah, man, I'm glad y'all worked that out. Anybody want to grab the mic? Because I'll just move on from here.
Hey, bro Sanchez, I don't want no smoke, but I just want you to hear me out on something.
For sure.
All right. So listen, like I've been dealing with these coin shit or whatever, and like I got this dream in my mind, and I want you to be a part of it though. You feel me? So the dream is we got this thing here in Springfield, Ohio. It's called the Urban League. It used to be the old YMCA. And if I'm able to cash out for these coins like I really want to, like I really believe in my mind, I'm thinking about having like a class for flat earth people, like I mean for our youth, because you right. If it don't start with our youth, it ain't gonna start nowhere. Cause everybody who done did drugs and everything else, like, oh well, y'all made your choice. You feel me? So if we don't get to our youth, then we ain't gonna start nowhere. And you right about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that the youth is gonna be, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and most of these old cats is gate guards anyway, man.
Right. Because it'd be hurtful as fuck when you talk to older people, and it's just like, I just want you to listen. I just want you to be open-minded. But they so want to stick to that Bible. It's like, oh, they just won't let it go.
I agree.
It's crazy. It's hurtful, for real, all the way some real life shit that's real hurtful. That our older people don't even want to be open-minded to listen to what it is that we got to say. And what we got to say is going to be the truth, what's going to help you get through the light to the cosmos, where you want to go, off this realm to a better one. But bro Sanchez, I just was saying that to Corey not too long ago, like, if I am able to get money to buy the Urban League, I really want to set up a class for you, my nigga. Like, figure out a way to cash app you money for you to do the show and everything. Like, on some real shit. If you don't want to stay, you don't want to learn, you don't want to realize how this is going to benefit your life, go ahead, leave. Ain't nobody forcing you to stay. But if you want to learn and you want to listen, you're going to stay. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm going to email you about that because I got a real big dream. And I give you your flowers. I swear to God, I give you your flowers. You are a very great man teaching very great things. I'm proud of you so much. For the 7 years I've been watching you, I'm proud as fuck of you, bro.
I appreciate that, my sister. That's much love and respect. I got to drop a bomb on this energy for real. Like, I'm real humbled too. I don't even know how to accept the praise for sure. But I'm down. Definitely email me with that.
Yeah, I am, because everything that you teach is everything that our youth, that's the only way that we're going to get to our newest generations is going to be coming up. Everybody 20 and up, yep, fuck y'all. Y'all already think y'all know it all. I'm dealing with teenagers. My oldest is about to be 18 in November. And I'm still like, he listens and he hears all this stuff or whatever, but I know in my soul that he ain't in tune with it like I want him to be. And I want all of our youth to want to be in tune with it, because that's the only way we're going to get back to where we need to be. But I love you, and I'll give you your flowers. Most definitely.
Love you too, my sister.
I love the world out of you, bro Sanchez. You are amazing.
I appreciate that. Love you too, my
bro
sister.
Sanchez,
I agree.
appreciate that.
You are beautiful, Sanchez.
That's right. I'm on board with that. And what I want to say to that is, bro Sanchez, if after you get her information, or if you can post it so that we can, if you decide to do the class, that we can come. And I'm located in Charlotte or whatever, and I work also, with youth and other centers or whatever that cater to the younger generations. And I'm on board with that, and I'm agreeable with what the sister is saying. And also what she was saying put me in the mind of one of your lectures that you had I guess a few days ago, and you was talking about how how old gatekeepers, or how somebody gains knowledge and they keep flunking that grade so that they could stay behind, because then they still have all that knowledge, and everybody else that's coming up, they can say, oh, I know more than you, just so they can guard that gate and keep that gate so that they can be the power of that position. That's what that puts me in the mind of when it comes to this knowledge and teaching the younger generation. It's people that are bogarting the knowledge and the education so that, they can have this quote unquote power or control, and so
I don't mean to interrupt you, super. Listen,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I think it's like this. It's like y'all sitting up here, y'all want to keep on building up all these rehab centers, but these motherfuckers already made their choices. You feel me? Our youth is what matters the most. Our youth is what's going to soak up this knowledge and its energy first.
Facts.
These drug addicts out here, they don't care. They already made their choices. Whether they 14, 15, 16, going on 25, 42, don't care. Don't matter.
I was referring to centers for learning, not rehab centers, baby.
Exactly.
Hey,
That's what it's about, bro Sanchez. You are one knowledgeable ass nigga, and I pray to God that you can have a class one day. Because this is cool, but this ain't getting it. This ain't getting it to where the audience that you need. And one thing I feel like bro Sanchez, you're amazing, bro, for real. And I love you. Flat motherfucking power.
Hey, I don't know if we got any flat earth content creators in the community that do cartoons or animation, but I feel like that's definitely another way to reach the kids. We don't got no flat earth perspective based cartoons. Like, you know what I mean? Even if it was on just the YouTube and we had some animators to be able to teach the knowledge through animation. Personification is how you teach children. Just like when they trying to teach a children something through Lion King, they use some lions in animation that can talk like people in order to do it. It's like ain't no different than what we would be doing with the information that we're trying to get across to you.
I know a brother who does that. Oh, I'm sorry, Sanchez.
You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think Brother Sanchez know him too. Lieberson, you know Lieberson.
Voiceovers from the community.
Sanchez, you know Lieberson, right?
Nah.
Yeah, remember he was in there and they did the automation of the cartoon, and Bobby does it too. Bobby Knight, and Lieberson, he's amazing with a cartoon animation. He does it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
We also gotta remember too, every year,
I'm scared of that though. I ain't gonna cap.
I'm rolling. Every year we got a group of 18-year-olds coming out of high school or whatever, ready to take on the world. So every year you have a people whose mind you can change in perspective in order to go out and change the world to be a better place. And like the sisters were saying, that's kind of the shit that we really need to focus on.
Hey, listen, I got to do something real quick, y'all. Real quick.
Hey, bro Sanchez, can I say something to Sister Bethy real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, Sister Bethy, can you hear me, babe?
Sister,
I can.
Okay.
You can? Okay. So listen, before I even joined the live and you see my face and all that, you remember how you were saying something to the girl about you working? Like you being proud to get welfare and everything else like that.
Yeah, but there's reasons why I say that.
Well, hold on.
Because a lot of my life, I was
right.
told that I would be nobody and I wouldn't mount to anything and I would never grow and that I would be the next statistics in my family. I'd be a crackhead on drugs like the rest of my aunts. I was told that as a young woman, and I never did drugs in my life. And what I did was prove it wrong. And it was said to me a lot. So that's why I said it. Just before,
So
before you go.
Listen, Miss Beth, the only reason why I even am going to say anything right now, like my boyfriend, his mom, she will call and tell me like, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. And I'm looking at it like, I want to go and be a slave for these motherfuckers and miss my kids' lives. Like my mother-in-law will call and tell me how I need to get a job. And I'm looking at like, I like the fact that I'm being a stay-home mom and being able to see my kids and watch them grow. And I see how my boyfriend has turned out by having his mom.
Hold on a second.
12-hour shifts and 16-hour shifts.
Hey, look, I want to say salutes to that. I don't want us to get too far off topic. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, situation is different. And salutes to everybody situation and salutes to yours and the fam.
I was just going to congratulate Miss Bethy and just let her know like she right. Because if you don't want the government all in your life, you don't go for no food stamps. You don't go for no Medicaid. You don't go for all of that free stuff that they make you think is beneficial when at the end of the day, it's just to collect information about you.
Okay, so look, guys, at this time, I got to spin this wheel. And to the people who left the building, if you purchased a ticket to the TAM Summit, I'm going to spin the wheel right now. And it's going to determine who get the prize or whatever. I'm going to do this again on all of my channels, so you'll have 3 chances. Who won? Let's see. Who got it? Greenlow. All right, I got you. I'm going to send them and let them know they won. All right. And then we're going to do this again on all of my channels, yo. So if you bought a ticket, be following me for that spin. There we go, the first winner.
I got a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, bring it.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, yeah, I heard some people I care about say this before, long time ago when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I disagreed. Just giving up on people and throwing folks away, so quickly. Uh, I think you should not give up, Sister Bethy, at all. It's you have to stall out some people. Like I was crazy about Santa Claus, and I have to remember that all the time. Like half my life, like everybody else, and then you find out like everything is a lie. Yeah, there's going to be some denial from people. Going to be mad. They're going to be frustrated, but you gotta, in those times, get charged up around somebody. I do not recommend going to Nigeria or anywhere to get your feet massaged. You can just go right out into the dirt. But I do recognize I'm going too long here, but the frustration is real. We getting rock and rolled every day, and I just want to say, keep your head up and don't let them get you. I mean, because it's so easy to get trapped into that, and don't forget that we get socially engineered as well. Rock and roll. I mean, excuse the puns and the bad words, but keep your head up. I mean, if you can, just fake it, put on a mask or something, but don't throw nobody away. We almost there. Y'all got some great ideas that you pitched today, even so.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna let that positive energy take us out of here, cause I got to do setup. I wanna aim to go live on my other channel, maybe not, but I gotta get out of here though, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. For real, I see y'all on the next one though, and thank you for that powerful closing, my brother.
Much love, everyone.
Thank you, bro Sanchez.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Thank you all.
Sanchez.
No, thank you all, and I see y'all on the next one. Salutes. And thank everybody who supported the show. When I go live, I actually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Maybe I should stop doing that. Huh? But that I just be wanting to give y'all, 100% every time. So do the same for your boy and hit that cash app. Nah, salutes. Thank you, everybody that support. This one was fire, man. All right. And to Sister Ma'at, don't take this personally, because I'm going in on the whole agenda against reparations, FBA ADOS. It's different ideologies in America. We ain't gonna see eye to eye with the same stuff. Like, I'm so against this Pan-African, out of Africa shit. And it's just going to be that way. And I think we just need to debate this stuff intellectually, set it up, and guess what? Sell tickets and all get paid. So to anybody watching this video who got pissed off, just remember, don't get mad, get money. Email me with your smoke and let's set up the debate. I'll pay you. Talk to brosancheztv@gmail.com. Thank you so much for all the donations, y'all. And salutes to my Patreon people and also my PayPal donors, as well as the Cash App donors. See y'all on the next one. Peace and much love.